obedi party nanim akomra shebedwam no sa for na ba be perform na oni say ye party so de ye tu nipa so abansa ye de yamane nsa so
I see
na ye tu abani wi ababia do na adwen be kono ene ye de ye adwuma
Baba Jiatum as a chairman. So we can say whether can just go and point because chairman will be Penimuna Pejanimu, Nipa Bay Numa, okay, Momenti and Wasi, May and say Brenia Dajinisika, Yeni Asumesi and Obenti, Nanka Pa, Nanka Edem, San Common Mai.
Yes, do back on whom prenu. Sanima wing under the independent candidates near the idea by a party. But say Nipan Oman Akonya no Kojina, near to Abanasa Abatoni free and fair. O Winia, Obia Bensua winning, or Lususua. Obi abehunsu wa lusu de wa lusu no e wa kɔbɔ de wa wini chidom ne aye adwumaden ne ayeden yasan yeden ekura tumi mu
so nantie mu nipa na ɔmagina na ɔmo yɛ nipa bɛn emudin constituency ɔmo asɛm te sɛn
wo hwɛ de odi kan peke first former ɛyɛ nana owusu afiye prempe ɔno ɔyɛ adwuma wɔ ɛyɛ GMPC ɔno odi kan peke
nana
owusu prempe afiye prempe aha ɛna
ɔna ne fonyi ne bɔ yi
Osu on an info.
Okay.
And na eje bafu ewua. Ono so ye lawyer ni mapa.
Dominic se monya obian fo yana mo de atwere ama wona ehwe so amana ne ho. Nana eje
bafu ewua.
Bafu ewua.
Ono so oye police station chairman e wo de chems.
Okay.
And na owusu afiye prempe financial secretary. Or executive member.
Executive member.
Yeah, financial secretary.
I see.
And na James owusu buache.
James Owusu Buache. Also party ba.
Party ba pa. Ena ye wo eye Akwasi Koka Jembibi.
Akwasi Koka Jembibi. Okay.
Ono so ena akwadwo amankwantwi enum apeke forms.
Enum. Ati enum we nyina no chema hwa ahemfo na ewa nim pa.
Ese wo hwa race na gina nana Owusu afriye prempe ene lawyer nana bafo ajewa.
Wo hwe enum na.
Yes.
Mienu no wanim pa.
Omienu na hwe be street fight.
The dia ne man omienu no wanim pa.
On say no omo aye adwuma ache. On say your party ye kokoto aba. Ye sign party no empanimfo ma yakwanya ma ye pointe enipa bi be kan executive no. Enna nana Owusu afiye prempanya akwanya be financial secretary. Eye nana eje bafo awuaso ye ne na ye adwuma ene ade ade mba be ye chairman. Na me organizer emra na empesua ne bomba ko ne ye chairman mba be ye chairman. Ono ye ne omo na aye adwuma sa ne ade to bibia wafa form ne bibia gina brane ogina bia yeden eyeye. I
see. Which one is Napo's brother?
Ono nana Owusu afiye prempe no.
Na ade na opese ogina brane na efri so.
No de said Dr. Matupoku prempe adokofo koso so ono so bai.
I say what me busa. What na one person so me busa. No wa kire me mu. Because me busa me say unia ekodi vice president nyame na doma. Enti aden ana say ade share seat na wa na.
No de yen kan say ye party ne de apart from say obi abehu say ha na ebia otumfo to aba Asante ma to aba ni nipati to aba ne ade ne ye yamanyoko no de sa nete say akonwa bia beto a wo ye party ba no utime
ho kwan
sapepe
ba untimi so emphasize dynamics here make because ngomo ni bibi so di wachiro no say this is your brother Dr. Matupoku Prempe and munyam sha be fio enti edi embiem na wo pa wo so person so abe gina nem e ba sa na ade die bem say me firi kumawu na ade abeto me firi ahafo Kenya as na ade abeto me nua ne te ho o pagya ne mu na me se me ana me sa to aso akọ entwetwe aso kakra ana e ha adwene
eno de me as a chairman no de meet me an say me my election na ye free and fair delegates no nso nim delegates in the bachelor omo na ye asi ahemfo ti say asi ahemfo no fi say
we no mo pa
we no mo pa enti omo asi ahemfo de wo mutirim say bia nyame apagya wo nua mu edi twen kakra omo kokromoti na bachelor asi ahemfo no so hu say na ponu ya bato no ne na tena waboa yen se de ni nua na boa yen so a omo de tumi me ma
so do memo san komo de
David
yeah tie yes calculation ya yasem
mo amasema
because yenye delegates but are healthy for your politics ayeye
no they healthy but the person me kire ni say ni nyina nkamfuo ni nyina no si ahemfo na be kire
delegates
na be kire
anybody do say na omo ekensi na ekoto aba
wo hwe ye polling station executive for 535 now the council of elders ne patrons ne ade ayeden e de account na ye MP so obeto a no so ato
I see
ba na mpempi na obi ho no ma se bi obeto akwa ana obeto akwa ne ade na otimi ka se bi amenya den mento me neutral
but as a chairman you've been bold to tell us that Nana J Bafuwa and then Nana Owusu Afriye Prempe ana mo won kan pa ye ka se de obeboa ma ni suade hu na Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh eja ne ho no watime tua so de bi aka ho mpa amana bro adwene ntiase so a wan na be follow ama no
edusu amechero
eno na yedi nkomo yu
me say edusu amechero
enfumso bia ni wo say Chairman Tontom obetimi a share because you are managing the constituency. It ain't me say being be amane be distorto and now distracted the focus Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh there too. And you've been good to us, any listeners and viewers. O see, wo hwehwe mu no enipa mienu way na one kind, not to disregard the others, but the two way and edikan. That means that say oba pese emu baako ebetima beto anyoma pa Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh is not abrosumpo. So who was said to me now? We one and officer over stampono.
And I make us metwaba, meaning the metwamano. Nanso so o kwako kano. Eso o dream and persuano. Pinche bed de bebania de ade. In the first place, on idea here pan is my election are free and fair. I feel so mesa making sure say obi bia all born to be an cassette, bubroni cassette you be any day, every number. Atem didi de anya de yempe because ye to abani wi a ye hi obi bia se be kan bob ni aide ye se kura tumi mu enti me as a chairman no se me go gina akoka se e bia we ni meto aba ma na se constituency me se no but the enti ameka se mienu we e na gina brand se me ni o ma ye adwuma e na minim se de omuduro tie e na timeline e ba ye no so wonye obi a wa ye adwuma constituency ni ma cha
e be bitu
wonti me nye adwuma enti na meka sa asem
e be bitu
o mienu no o mo share na se ache enti na meka sa asem na
chairman mo share underground movement na say
me na make a chiro say
ele say judge maketo
na make a chiro say answer Dr. Bawumia ebe born to say yen to aba mama ye flag bearer no ni enim say e ko Dr. Bawumia ho de a running mate ne ba menhia south it is atam no nyina no
mo hihim
o ni delegates ye den e kasa
na say tre ne de o mada
ha tre no zo mo ye adwuma but o ma ho odin te say on say akwakoye say wo ne Dominic Obanyi betimi ya adwuma no Dominic ma ya adwuma no Obanyi betimi ya adwuma ne pa sa na tie
Chairman Matthias interesting conversation chairman ade ba ko bi janto ampacho bra be kan wona wo asento me say ahwefo na tie for say Insura FM, Love FM, Adum FM, Adum TV and Joy FM and all our online no you know Asante Mantema, Bomodiana T, Insura 104.5, Anope Bia, Obatese, Nana Jantua, on any team, no, Omu Dijuma Sunko, Edibois, Ghana, Ene Asante Mantem, Nana Jantua, so Nana Kwaba. What's your chairman Tontom da?
Not physically.
But what it is,
I think say OPG be Suntia, the Dinkomo. Kumasi Parliament.
Oh, Kumasi Parliament.
Platform,
I see.
I didn't come back.
I see. But monitor Mensia, Tokuna Bato, I pretty pass over to
so, him say, Mensia of Namitumaba. But before then,
Mensia not now.
Oh, but before
young man, no,
to about the time, Dr. Adukufo, Nebro, to Mensia the Mitzimensia.
Okay,
we have no Mensia.
Good, and nobody one common pa. Into what was it to Krubia?
Yeah, minim.
Nipana, a person of Mujan and Mensia South, Unimbiana.
Minimbi. Bako cry a council member.
Okay.
I work University.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only one no.
Let me confirm.
Did you be one about
or a lawyer, right? Yes, a J Bafo.
A J Bafo.
Yes, only a council member. For
no lawyer, no.
Lawyer, yes, I a lawyer.
Anna, where do you say the phone boy?
So no Napoleon, right?
Napo. Or yet more GM on identity. Now go can
no, sir. Yeah, man, go for him. Say you be an in you. Once
Napoleon
at the 4 acre, got the phone suiti. They also treat him. We and
Chairman say, one we are not going to put any idea. Chairman say, also free Prempeh. Any Nana J. Bafo.
So, un say, MPP mu, say chairman be, I shall say, Bubo Budin Bia. Likely say Sanayana etie because Muno. I mean, I'm saying this because Obeka Chemaun to me, then time Dr. Bawumia, and we share other ones. And I won't say all the Ashanti regional chairman can say, win yepe. Yes, Anna, a advantage Mawana, Umbu Mudino.
Okay.
So, say, Chairman Tontomo, no one around. Edi Kaimbo Sardina. Yes, I know what way, no. No, so far, but we've learned something from Ejoso. Because we try Ejoso now, then time I know more to obey and say by elections, no. A chair will say, Lawyer Kwabena Boateng ye dia na omubo. Now mu dimbia no mubo. Ah, near say, oh, the system supports them. By the end of the day, you will say Lawyer Kwabena Boateng a unity. So sometimes it's necessary because the chairman say and conform me anyway. Grounds on the delegates, only decide. And yes, maybe are two in a bay, but I say, oh no, might be quite different.
But there's a school of thought, not culture, Chelsea, and the Yanasem, Ubia, Ubinya Quenya, so pursue general party name, or Mousa Quenya as a chairman. Raising issues about why should also free Prempe be part of this exercise when and Munyamshi will feed that. As a so-called poor money we pay. Why should it be part of the MPship?
I'll say, I'm sure, say, as a CBM. Once I quite say me free so over. I'm so be obey decide this obey na against or person obey biano. None decision or new be aka say because like the same thing that Josu di na John Kuman Sunkofo any na kase say John lawyer who free so ameba. And I'm sure say there's a transition among them which chairman Yahweh say unkofo bi wo ho a o may imagine say dachi bi send na poni ho a yebeko. Why don't we take advantage?
Nobody fights an Apunua. What we are fighting is that even though chairman definition of them constituency here, at this year constituency. So clearly there should be a certain relation or a certain link or a certain background that so for you to represent the constituency, what they feel and what they believe in. But point is that say Miminuya Ekopre Adekesi or Ghana. Na ujanechia adena mjiri semene sabefa.
Well, first of all, and Kaubesha and Quebec has a conflict of interest, and I say incumbency advantage because obviously send upon Sunyan can a blood with Baba Besheho. But unless say a case a akunyane ye a busia kunya. Says I no more Canadian near who's okay. Send upon you and Ninian or Seninia Niniwa, a bepen a baffle for Baba Besheho. But I'm not sure say mentions out to a case a busia kunya. But the American says, Sir, Otime and a Juma to send a po. And the Anya to say, be an Indian tia. Maybe a money Juma, why intina Mujina.
So he goes into this election with a Juma. Why
exactly? And not Nyasem. But it's about competence. Otime, you bet me, Annie. Why ye Juma paying full soldiers in him, no delegates in him, no. A Juma Ben, why yes, a cast will be a party member. A dear Ben, why you mention Juma Ben. And it's a why yet, dear, I am sure, Section, maybe to some mention south or north. Delegates are very intelligent. Obi obechu soon be a winning dento muchusu. Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, why no so mumpel? Because omo were grounds for cratching in the obeka. So then I am very sure say ye can delegates in a penny pandia. It doesn't matter all the skirmishes abekoso. So no, at the end of the day, I'm sure say delegates will make the right choice.
But is it healthy for our politics?
Well, what can you do? I mean, now why not go for a town for Sebi? Non fan Kosho.
And they will catch him. Of
course, and you see, it is always normal. Say to sue be somebody you are comfortable with. What you say? I you almost say family and friends. No, now maybe a president. Me for enemy. I will bring my family and friends to support me. Them comfortable. And chairman not here. On him say, asimesi any nya. Now comfortable because mind you 2024 elections you need the numbers and somebody to pull that number now ponso timia maintain a certain
above
number
80 all the time.
It is a ubana who cost 70 mensia south a stronghold for MPP it's also to me maintaining no medi bika ho na mom kofa obi na afia yenim no a ne ton ne be yedin
chairman what them say Hey, Jan Trouble Salmon, some Donamo. I see. Who can say in our home be a chuckle? It would be who can best support the system. I am very comfortable to work with. Yes, sir. We and now we often and young one 70 Rebecca. Then your delegates are very tough.
Yeah. Menshia yen to abanye mistake that. Oh dear, share Nansen Prime Minister Dr. Matupuku Prempekoye. Send your results here.
Yes.
Quebec send your baby. What can anyone manage to be a contest in the area? It means as a chairman, Say who you be said Dr. Matupoku Prempeh because I running meter. You win the election 2024 by vice president. Said the main person in Juma Beden, SME Pobia, obit me a pool numbers, and make me maintain the same percentage and I'm the bed.
I see. So in taking that decision, I am more consider baby any panel so na young go far the networking any all those things and
Sabe Pepe. It's in a meeting my catcher or sending me, you know. But at the end of the day, no. What the Obe say, Enfi or Yenya vet in New Year Wednesday, no. By Yawada, you didn't come a bit much the way we knew election.
I see. Yeah. Mame question kai say no me nsa ba pamity do aha Asempa 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedino near the Bro Free Kunedu Iyadom Park Menshia South Chairman Anna Minya Jantua so abekame ho e wan we say Jantua Insura FM and so abekame wan we say ye ka say the Dennis Miracle Aboajen so abeka yensa e wo han say Chairman enu be wian sa na Yemra General Kumasi Amanyosem Edibiada you pick a lot of feed if you know Jantua. What it tells us is that it's easy for your party, the New Patriotic Party in Ashanti region. Is that correct?
No correct. No correct. The entire America say no correct. Say, Oche Asante Mante, you have a party na holding. Now, regional chairman, Kukudu need to say chairman won't to me. Now, Sabe Binya running mate, Kukudu need to say Dr. Matupoku Prempeh. Now, Sam you know Kabumwa. Me say results will be a Yenya Ashanti region 2024 election 2025. Ube who say Ebebroso, me na make a chiro. Opa Yantonchi, me na make a chiro.
Chairman, are you carrying?
Me na make a chiro. You did Dr. Matupoku Prempeh call neck. Dr. Matupoku, Dr. Bawumia, I called Boni Dinche neck. Dr. Matupoku Prempeh can say be say independent candidates are a war Ashanti region where you mutino. Or no in Abekasa, I will mark Adane. Metima can you jump a catcher or say, O the Opa or China, yet nature Asante Managana Menina. Within a week, Ubehu other independent candidates, or Mukasa can be co-independent, but the Ponti and Dr. Bomi and Timadia Adane. Southwoni in Ababede, Abekaho, and my Ebus Nide, Akos.
Jantua, you are here, and they were down on my reports. The chairman can we say chairman L from Kakra?
Minia, Papa Bion. Your friend was Stuart Hall. Say, we are communication theory. I bet you say you will conform miensa. You will do dominant. Dominant, decode and support and ye penasem or penasem. And you will positional. Oppositional, even say MPP near the Dr. Bawumia can be a ope. Oppositional, a bit me to send this in the Dr. Bawumia can be a ompe. And you will negotiate it for no mutinasi and no man analyzation MPP ni. But
an admission of times are tough, but still will break through. Quite positive that maybe if there is a challenge and you overlook
all lusuno. Now kashi I won't see. But they say na they be as an incumbency complacency womb. At the end of the day, so share that ubi or to make it so me to my MPP. But I'm disappointed with the system. You understand? The only thing MPP for no social executives name person media to me say there's a challenge. You need to speak to them, but constantly no, you are defending say adieno and tagging people. So when you say because them, the reality is that Obi Okano Krenim say Ashanti region and simple ma MPP. The idea of stronghold no anti-SAT say 2016 no and Nyoma
what has changed?
The issue. What has changed is that there are a lot of people who are disappointed in the current regime.
In terms of what?
In terms of the economic management, they will tell you when you activate the lines. There are many examples of many MPP, but the way you see can it is getting to a level where I think somebody must sit up. In fact, if you look at Dr. Bawumia candidature, and yet recently or TC from now. Not the idea of Kenya Japan and as if on a sly womb. So you realize there are people who say that Sanka Kenya Japan. But the man Nebua Dr. Bawumia Kakran so TC more ninko for your engagement. But you realize that in Ashanti region, in terms of development, in terms of a lot of things, it's not just about route. It's about Ashanti Edredifo. So could you know who say ye to adi and you're not Asante man, they know how to survive. And see, you see, 2008, what happened? You want to go for baby or how catch you say, oh man, you go for your idea, but and he's him to Uncle Tuaba. Or no one to man DC, but Uncle Tuaba. That's a typical MPP.
That's the situation we find ourselves.
Situation is a apathy setting in. Situation is a most of the MPP sympathy. I'm not talking about the dominant supporters. Dominant supporters, especially when Dr. Baumia say, "Motomamia na mesesano." And the question is that, what are you waiting for? At least do something, because Ashanti region say, "Oh yeah," and you're being a bekachlo. Obeba ni boom about the boom.
Okay.
But the moment Okana wuntia, obe reserved. And then it becomes very difficult.
Chairman Tonto mefa honum meba homabo here no, but mema Dennis Miracle Abwaje Akwaba. Director me just sure say OT end commentary Obek try to push in one or two answer na me the question me mama.
In fact, until say me be do crew and run adwo no. Na me share me na janto on Facebook na me gidi o kanedi. Because no sika no. So what in China say would see ye panawanga some be TFM obedi your kanechi. But I can tell you something, say a strategy. In fact, also my analysis of communication, but there's also a political strategy. Tell the people that this is how they should behave and this is how they should think. On my main case, we are in very difficult times though. There is not a single person or Wagana and Asante Memunkwa. And now Obeka say we are not in difficulties. But December, no, you could take a decision whether we have difficulties or not. You could take a decision on two individuals. John Mahama, who has been a former president before, who has been a vice president before, and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, no, vice president, or president. And let me put this on record. Dr. Baumia can be ada. They be ada. Say, Montomame na me try me banana my baby. It's not true. It's false. And you're one of the propaganda that's been pushed around. He has never said that anywhere. Nobody can quote him on doing that. On my listen. Say a po, say a po. December no. Nanadu dan kweku for the na buying abewie. It's so bit waso. The same way in the year 2012, John Mahama Atamels etwe mu oba or say or your spare driver and tien to abamano no ono so mbeye biniye no. Sa pepe and December 7th, no, whether we like it or not, eku for the nabaye den abewie. Ese so bit waso. On mind biano at every point in time. What's a say? Now what carry baby on mine drew. Now based on situation on mine woman, and I would anu ya no yeden eba. Eti obia obet na radio so TV so catch or say, and now we your man penny abe de cheda. In telling na 1 year. Now can solve a problem in a kebe. Yeah, how are you working now on my nimuno? Ya solve it in a kebe. It is simply because a your mind a yebu. It's a weird baby. Obet twaso no was see how baby would do no why you be a day account. Now on man penny John Mahama na Obi be catch us say, oh, apati yaba, yan tuaba, yan to mahwan. Asante ni bio wa asante memu anim say. So when pia nkwan kotoba John Mahama be man penny. And asante me bia so nim say, wo dia na wo de. Eti so betina fie pa. Na wakasa men tuaba. Na John Mahama din kunim de. I can tell you me behind run ajo me de maswato fem. Dia me omo keka na no kre. The Ashanti person agrees say we could have done better. But one thing no munim for sure say yan yehwe krampo no yede de aye we ayentumi anye bibia no etoto nipa na say yan to ama Dr. Mahmoud Baumia oba be yo mampeni no ho a yen yaye ade say John Mahama in several ways. And so aka bebre say yeden ye esi take a decision. Na the aka say yeden ye to aso in taking that decision in peninfo mi no obi am be kanasem o papa microphone no constant nim na ko bi so mo stance nim say enti why you ready say oba beda 7 December on kotoaba na John Mahama be president ana the man became vice president, he became president, and he failed. I didn't know John Mahama about 2012 now obeka che say ento aba man yan kan je say now your man peni abedi chiri eti dia be ya na why you know yeah man metoba. We gave him an opportunity because or say, and I caught him in the year 2012. Or say, I am only a spare driver. I'm asking for your votes to become the main driver. John Mahama na me no. The question is, Sambre no buy no your man penny abediche no. No solve your problems nyina. And yet the same John Mahama ya. Ye kase ye solve your problems nyina and the MPP nti ye nkotoa e ma ye nkotoa ba no. And the same John Mahama ni nkotoa ba obeba bedi o man penny. And you no bedi am man penny ya. Krom ha oka ye nyina hye dem esum kebi edum ye no. Hwe me be ye ko hwe asphalt any roads and nam so in our urban areas. It doesn't mean say akwaya wo ya ni nyina o. But I can tell you say what the projects are buying we are here in Ashanti region. Two projects are NDC are buying
Ashanti region.
You see no. And I can give you the data.
Region.
It's here. Me kasada ma it's here. Sa park here it is we. For stand you na come on microphone. Na bi so mo say o mate ho abako some pen. Sa astro TV. Say o man hu bi mpani sam pen. E wa Asante memu ana. Ghana ha ye ba ha. Na astro TV nyina the whole Ghana ye wo miensa pe. The whole country. Ne ye wo miensa pe. And ye obey 150 across the country. Asante memu ha me be ye. Me iraye. The first place I me call here no astro TV for. Me driving just 2 minutes away. There's another astrotef. Now we a young person. Now we mention South. I also better demu. Now do Mahama be him ampedi. Obey 4 years. We know to me you move fakra mawa anka wompe. Do Mahama yi. And you know na kole yo mote abonti ya. Omoni nam street you see. In the year 2013, ebepem 2016, omuji omote na fie yi. Na na do an ye hwe krampo no. An MPP aban ye hwe ama wompo no. In the face of difficulties, oman ni mo ye din na abrabo mo ye din afa wiase afa na nyina no o say wo ba na anka wo be kokko bre akopɛ bosia e bi mpo wa hwa wunya nti akora no be kokko tere fie no ye tua no school fees na ye den ama wo free. That is a government that thinks and cares about you.
It is not to suggest that you are taking the region for granted because when we say it doesn't matter whatever it is because you think in your opinion on any day the MPP is far better than
the MPP is telling you that there are people in Ashanti region should go and vote for them, not because of the MPP, but because abine buy no, and yet the opinion and the way to me I am on them. What the necessary they are akana on your opponents. Now why are they saying? I'll tell you. School infrastructure, educational infrastructure. Say yes, school dying, yes, dormitory blocks, yes, classroom blocks in Ashanti region. Ashanti region across 763 school infrastructure projects. I can give you each of the 763. Also, school home, then you see Ashanti region when it comes to sanitation projects, 368. When it comes to teacher for administrative blocks and staff accommodation, and 364. Water supply infrastructure, and 359. Akwan ayaya Ashanti region. And on my I'll give you some very quick data. I believe says yes analysis here on. And yemani ye kasankwa. Yemani ye facts and figures. Send a bit of bit in China Otiwa. What the Okanazi. Ashanti region data ayawa in terms of projects ayaye ewo region we mono. And ye bini roads in Kwa data and pesa me the mawi. Just give me a minute. I'll give it to you. Swami project. This is a project that should have started a long time ago. But one of the reasons why Swami project are failed in the Yashia say because this government wanted the Swami project to be done once and for all. We now come once a month. We do say what can once and precope. Will be to me and Sambeke Bibia and Trawano. And that is what this government is actually concentrated on. In terms of a friend say urban roads in this country. Nobody, no single person in this country can doubt what has gone on. And I'll give you the data. Ashanti region. Paved roads. Acquired Ministry of Roads and Highways. Kind of be anti.
Okay,
okay. Ministry of Roads and Highways. January 2017 to December 2023. Ashanti region. Total roads are buying a year. And I'm better become 173. Asphalt overlay. 372 kilometers. Bridges in Nkwa just total roads are buying here in this region require 2,079 kilometers.
Roads.
Yes. 2,079 kilometers road. I can tell you, say, if Ashanti region and this Yaban Bedi or mine you so 8 years, omu yemu quarter ampo my region now. Okay, it doesn't mean say ya quite in now. Unim yenu bema what's the name? This way, what's his name? This young the CID.
Kwampoku CID. Yeah.
It was under this government. This is afraid to say. Under this government, and Ninsaka Equine Amansia, I think Amansia South or so. South. It is under this government. And an Ninsaka road 1 kilometer, Pempo. No need to be the district. There you had quota. Egu kwine so ewa Amansia South no. A man brebe pie babontin ebebo say since Gold Coast, since Abra say district no, omunya 1 kilometer po. But this is what the government has done. And okay. The list of every single road. Well, Osha Equine baby over the Ekosiise. This is a road that was constructed by this government. This is a road that was done by this government. Opa drone for drone ko wiem. You realize that baby uko 5 kilometers in, 5 kilometers this way and 5 kilometers. You realize that every single urban road in this neighborhood, that does not mean Asante anyhow. That doesn't mean Asante any problems.
He raises,
but what it means is
raises very critical points. But I will address it. The other one is that Asante Mantem is known for business, and the challenge we have as a country and as business.
Two levels. Your macro level business and then a micro level. Micro level there, your interventions is also putting in place. One of these key interventions includes the kind of infrastructure. And let me put it on record. I have the data, I'll give it to you. In Ashanti region, Abaywe, it's a market in Makumako 81. Community market in Makumako 81. Ashanti region. Is here. Each of the 81 communities are buying a sea market.
81.
81 is here. I can mention them to you. Oh, I mean, what was my cousin?
81.
81.
At various stages of completion or
81 completed. 81 completed.
81.
Yes, oh, you must show. But that is the reality. What it means is that the situation was dire. What it means is that no problem, no crash to say, sir. Sure. Look at the amount of roads Abaya constructing in the Ashanti region, and yet we have a lot more roads to go. These people in opposition, your mobile empire say, Asante Main PM Kotuabe, when they came to power, I'm printing books in green book, and let's say several roads on my a car of paper. And today they are praying, say, Asante Main Bekashe Demo Yan Kotuaba, say they will come to office. I challenge any NDC person in the Ashanti region. Ombetraha, Namentraha, Neyambo Krobia Nedia. Your parties, you'd realize that the NDC have very little to show. Very little. I won't say that they've done nothing, but comparatively, they have very, very little to show. Obia, neba, eketine fie, esane se onisika odebetuya college fee amano. Bang, ababetuya college fee na man banako school. Ose yantu abenti anemfa omra. Wona obaya obeche here for college allowances for no. Wose yantu mau ni yantu ntia nipa no the allowances na ba no. Wona uja yetire sumu 3 years out of 4 years no. Yantu abamau ni yantu ntia nipa no ma ye kane 7 years no. Wona obaya health insurance ubegu no ema membership esote yese wom no yantu mau ni yantu ntia nipa do ma confidence abano. Wona waban so 8 years. Now be health insurance renewal this was 3 weeks no. Yantomau, niyantuntia nipa no this short code. And you brought a medical doctor anymore. What are you talking about? If you have a government that puts intervention in place in times of difficulties, you don't throw your hands in the air and say, vote against that government and vote for the same person. On my head, I did back when my NDC assembly kakrane say. And yes, somebody nipa fufuro bi awa. The same person now, obetina ye konso, ogu ye nimu ase. Emma on my way, ye ni tane ye no. That same person. Yeah, omugu Ghana chops and tomatoes and this yabayin. And I will say, yen to abama wa ton factories in Makomako 300 no. Yen to mau, ni yen to ntie de Casapreco branch. Aba
Okay, so
how do you even reconcile this kind of analysis?
Okay. I know you're from your point of view. Jantua, still, you are in Kumasi. So, then is miracle then in Seminar Tour, I'm sure. Chairman Toto will wrap up with you because your constituency. What will be a BAD drama, it's encouraging.
No, very soon, Yabeshe or Snowboshasi. They said the Green Book. No. During 2016, multimedia in Sheriff FM, Green Book, a fact check, John Mahama, and then your ma why 2020 or Snowboshe, ye fact check and an Ekufadu. Into the Okano, ye argue here, and say a beruli of Snowboshe. Into say you true, na ye see, Omakum, a operational, a completed, Nina update in the beba. So that one I can assure him. However, I want him to look at this. Wait, it's unfortunate I may share my way. But this is a businessman or an MPP ni. We're discussing issues about the port. This is a businessman.
Okay, so the challenges at the port.
So businessman or ye MPP ni or what Ashanti region and ye Kaibas, this kind of defense now. And this is what he said. During that discussion, was that the man is telling lies. This is duty of my 25th container PVC pipe raw material. And it's over 2 billion and also here. Oh yeah, recently someone will be black man. So would say the Dr. For me, yeah, there is some trouble. MPP challenging and said they refused to listen. Listen, in 2018, I remember after sending a year research, made the two on my Facebook catch say, and Yadia John Mahama ebe wini 2020 elections, but Obenya more seats. It was based on the research in 2018, and I'll share the screenshot with you. At that time, the NDC guys insulted me. The MPP guys said, me name their maker. I remember Dr. Ayisibuatin on my show. Obekachem said MPP benya 70% because of free senior high school. I said he's lying. He says me name their maker. I am sure said 2020 elections, we knew what happened. What I want to advise from the journalistic point of view, MPP say, I am a stronghold. Mobani e kan bibia, muntie, munkoye hu the MPP, no. Asante Fope. But Omubufu Amonsha Kofumpo. Kofua na $1 eye 1 cedi. Kofua na enyoma eye papa. Kofua no de mate enyoma ketu ebimpo no. Omkaso mumpie enkoto aba. From a journalist point of view, I don't have a problem to defend. But if you really are listening to advisor, you do not become so defensive. Rather, you will listen and go down. Yes, they know. But they know the kind of challenges that are here. So it is very important that from the journalistic point of view, you listen to what we are saying. It's up to you. Say, yeah, that's okay. Right. At the end of the day, when it's time, we'll count it.
Yeah. Again, let me tell you this. Let's also put it on record. This is the last time you now obia gaslight here na o church say more defense. What say abiding here?
No, don't misquote.
What say?
No, I never said that. I never said that.
What say?
Senior, I never said. You are misquoting me. Okay. You are misquoting me. I never said one.
What say? Abiding disappointed Asante.
I said people are disappointed in the government.
It's the same thing.
So don't misquote.
It's the same thing.
Don't misquote.
And I make catch now say Asante mai kwa kotoaba impenifo mienu obi anka ho. You are using a strategy that we are all aware of. Create the neutral face, create doubt in the minds of the person, let him even doubt and double guess himself, and then he takes a certain decision. May say it will not work. The point is this: Obi Otistans him say MPP could have done more. That is who we are. MPP na yedi hono. Yen yebetumi ayese se ne ankase se ye no. And so no clear partner say MPP challenges is why you encounter every time, no? And you know be the NDC encounter. Between 2017 and 2020, she the MPP aban a year. But you need to me say, oh my, between 2020 and 2024, America, United Kingdom, China, Malaysia, Russia, Ukraine, Brazil, Turkey, every country, got through difficulties being seen. And you know, correct? Yankai say, obi ye. Kendinia or ye kendini papa, not just say, or how be I mau. The difference between kendini papa and kendini bon and say, kendini papa no say, or how ba. ɔpɛ kwan bi a ɔbɛgye atum na ɔne manfo ayɛ adwuma yɛ den ɛyi ɔmo ho afiri mu. In December 2024, Ghana for kɔtoa bɛyi panin baako wabɛdi ɔman panin pɛyi ɔhaw baayɛ no ɔka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɔno wayɛ sɛ ɔdwanfu ɛnna mi bɔ video no wɔ Facebook. This is what he said. Labour unions ɛwɔ ɔman yi mu, including labour unions ɛwɔ Asante man mu, ɛka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔpanin yɛ ɔman no mu ayɛ den yɛsrɛw ɛbɛyɛ atoya ketua mu kakrama yɛn sɛ ɛbɛkɔ demonstration ne protest ne akɔ strike ɔsi hɔ me who strike ehu me yɛ ɔman panin me who strike sin ɔman panin biara eti me strike ɛnyɛ me hwee makɔ kɔyɛ te sɛ deɛ mpanimfoɔ ka ne sɛ odwa ewu awewu odwa mfunu onsuro sekan. This is Mahama, the former president now. Say one pia nkotoa ba ma Bawumia obeto ba ma no. This is what he said. What is that? Say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and I said another Danko Akufo-Addo and now penny bi owo man we mu akasa se we bi da. Nobody in MPP has said so man mu yedin. Nobody in MPP has said the EPC age na the etumi aye. Nobody in MPP has said say Ghana ni Asante ma ye ho atoyen. The air can say we compare ye how mumpo de yetumi aye. Now the toto dia or your opponent or your option ema ye na ye gidi say yes ase no. Say ye ka we kire wa oman. Member interpreting say ye ka muntie, it is not true. Between the NDC, the opponent or the option and the MPP, ye woka ye tie.
Okay.
And nunti and as I will catch and say mo ye ngudi amaye the people are disappointed that answer na yeba beka bibi fufuro bia no ye beto ye boase na ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu. What makes everybody uncomfortable ne say ye beka kyerɛ nipa ne say bibi ba mo ye ngudi amaye disappointed. Immediately you begin to explain and show the facts pe almost say mo defend it.
Right.
Nobody has defended anything.
Okay.
What we have done is to clarify and set the record straight. We know the difficulties.
Okay.
We know the challenges. O my enemy no can say should be a fuel prices now. Should be a dollar exchange rate now. Unji this will be a businessman or crane me fear bochre e we do more e be kano. But does it mean say on top bentia joma on top ama joma hama na. Now be top ama joma hama or top an trasa. Adan ye pese joma hama benefiting simply because the expect is to be by anyone to be here. Yes, to Joma Hama according to Ono. Onya akwenya say oba bedi ye nimu no. Dear no to me. Na ke expect say NDC MPP to me say.
But you cannot run away from a certain fact that me ton koko, me kran koko ba. You know, me picking me for 4,000 Ghana cedi. Clearly, who expect say I'll be excited.
What to say? Dr. Bawumia, I can say you be excited. That is why Dr. Bawumia says this. I say it is obvious say these things are affecting the business communities. And once they affect business community in the pay, it be affected you go didwa aye Tony Amano. Inti baby ayaba bedru no. E see a sacred kwan ya fa so ye no mane kakra. En kane no anka ye ntumi ye. And that is where I keep telling you about baby o mine aba bedru o mine ha no e hu hia o man for momunti ani ye. 2070 ye ba mu no. Now we have barely 15 to 20% of Ghanaian population on taxes. Nipa dodo na and contribute bibia towards the development of the country. A lot of the people in this country don't contribute anything. You understand? Now, it is simply because we don't even have any proper national database to even ensure say everybody will contribute. On my church, I had to say no contribution, no chop. NCNC. Nipa 10. And I be say omo no mo di. Now, Sandy Pateno, you hear a mock-up mako 5. You hear 10 there, and so be a mock-up on a half. You know, half a between your 5 cups a day. But we have a situation now. Nipateno, a mummy and pet, and a was a mutu to your into the overburdened. But here to be prequel business making sure that Nipateno or be able contributing kakra. What will happen is that one auto a mock-up tray. And saying you need to make the dear man, obey the trade at all. Now, for you be out to half. Into bed and also bed a back of him. Now we are able to do it. And then I have my Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and confront us. Say we never had a national database. Today we have it. So we can begin to institute the reforms now. And to me, and that is what he talks about. Reducing the import duties at our ports to come to the level of our neighboring countries, Togo and the the burden on our importers. Number 2, I say, why don't we introduce a flat rate system which will ensure say businessman nimpo akwakoto ne nneoma aba no obetumi ehu a predict taxes obetua se ne be ya se nneoma ne bedu oman ni mu a obetumi ama ne bo na yedan it's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say let's find a way to back your currency no with our minerals resources the gold gudie no no mutua ya to wo kromo ya in cities na dia kokaya reserves no na dia back currency no. We will do that by establishing the Minerals Development Bank to support them.
That's why.
Now, the question is this. That's why you say I don't know any CCR.
Well.
I don't know how solve your problems in 1992.
About Okasa, I knew years.
No, I knew years.
I have told you. Papa,
no, I have
told you.
Because we are in 2024. In 2023, when we're passing the budget for 2023, the conditions were different. Today, you have close to 17 million of your citizens who have Ghana cards that are connected to their bank accounts, that are connected to their business registration numbers, that are their tax identification and mobility taxes. What it means is that a lot more people are now captured in the tax bracket than they were captured 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
What it means then is that you can reduce the burden on the few people and spread it across and bring it down. So you want to understand why he hasn't done it in the past. It is because in the past, we didn't have the conditions we have now.
Okay.
The conditions that he himself has built over the period.
Chairman, wrap up with you now. Mami acknowledge Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, running mate for to Dr. Bawumia, and spokesperson. So Abeka and Sawan say, you're a Fifi, Yamawakwaba. You know, some more NDC soon, they will join us.
I'm a bonten kase Ghana for why then. Ato. Ya ho check akra ye name no. Alternative ka ho asem. What you say? Alternative no enye John Mahama. Enu nti no ye gitum sa ho check akra ye den e wo ho. Aho kire ni mu no ene ye minjai nka se me ho kire me kwakoto amama John Mahama. Ama free SHS na Kufu de bae no. Ya kwakotwam.
Ne o kan da ben.
Ah?
Da ben o kan no.
Hey.
And no one to your for shame.
Oh, my, he has yet to come. I mean, who free SHS who demonstration near the idea. Me demonstration near the.
No, she yes and for so it has more catches.
Say Ghana,
or say a chicken address will be catches, will be free SHS more. About to stay. Name mono crown or chassis. Progressively, no the coy. And Oba say it seemed to be a woman who bet me at Trenton. On Caso Jumda.
Oh, my, he may catch us. Ghana for that woman now. Young Mama eba eso ma da yin na so oba obetwa free SHS me na make catch o na dia wo open na man go for kwa demonstration ah wo za free SHS demonstration wo ye na go hwe NDC fo ensem om ka fa free SHS ho na hwe advert dodo a advert aye sponsor ye say nipa we na the free SHS question ensem say nipa we e na the question ensem o ma hene obetwam ti Asante man mu kura suro say Young Mama ye better be sorry say kwakoto awa ma Young Mama. Na so the make catch wunya striker say chairman want me sabe nya another striker said Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh the Asante ma gi atum sa fo we mienu kom hu bomu a unim pe no results are beba e na bob hu no o mbe deliver so because me hwe want me ni Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh me hwe anamotu omutuo me se me catch wo say what the yen no cham yen very nwie na hwa na monto obetu de hwa independent candidate wa santimantem ne se de ono mbeka sa ahobrasie mu amomadane o madwene asabe dwone MPP ho na be hu sensakra ye den eba.
I see. Gentleman, a set of 50 baby no. Only chairman wow.
One of the reasons Emma UK for to tier conservative Sunak the issue of everyday excuses. Sunak, I don't know you're conservative for 14 years. No one na this super. Nana and for complaining with UK say I want you woman your man you know. One of the reasons COVID-19 in India, Russia and Ukraine in India. I am sure say at the end of the day you the outcome of the elections lost woefully. You understand? Because people expect say COVID-19 no Russia and Ukraine no they are setting one so leadership and certain policies be what they buy Emma and Abba. You see, the problem is that for me, I think say moving forward, I come 6 months. As in Central 4 there, we can only monitor. But observing from afar, no, me to me who a party are divided, a party that want to win power, but a party that do not want to accept say challenges we know ebi wo hɔ a ɛyɛ omo fault. A party that don't want to accept say Ugusuka Russia and Ukraine COVID-19 now are still give us a different excuse na yentimi nyina so ntoma. Because you see, like I said, it's about credibility, it's about the messenger, it's about the message, it's also about how I will deliver message. The entire say I between John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia say we have realized say both candidates in Inano, Omanya Akwenya Bedi or mine so, whether as vice president, whether as president, Omunya Sa Akwenyano. And baby a Ghana for Druno. The choice in the say you're John Mahama Kasai. There are many things that you realize say a Kasake Kenoka. What you say from a journalist point of view, no, or Kasai, yes, John Mahama Nim Kasa, and so what? Does it change anything? No. Because it's easy to say all those things. For example, John Mahama can be say, ne time oba a Greek no de beye juma. But in 2014, that time na Ghana ye kra eduane $1 billion. But John Mahama be free so no, near 2.4 billion. It tells you even our Greek growth was low. Industry was low. So you see, it is very easy for you to say, me ba meye, me suya hwan. And that is what this time around, questions in here different. Enti enya te se okasa we Dr. Bawumia nti wakasa nti me ba there be as intellectuals, as analysts, ye bebusa say na no na wa akwenya sesia no ye bi me ehwe. So we John Mahama nso a ye bi me ehwe. Moving forward, I think they said the MPP for okay. Like I say, it is good they have to defend. Chairman Tontom oye hwan MPP ni onti me nkase enye. E wo se woka. But they know in their heart to say omuni madwuma e wo so omuye. For me, the only advice is that yeah dear waha we'll give them the last week he said ye pools to be woho. Ye be a lines for 1 hour. Ya ma serial callers am free. Omo mu free ninya the results are there. Mi wi amesha mo so mu pa. Wednesday ye besa ye be the same thing. For them to see the reality say it is not like obi tan omo. But if they want to listen, fine. If they don't want, yeah, some trouble for do oba win yebeka, do oba win so yebeka.
Okay, so Jantua, finally, the spokesperson for the running mate at Nasi, Asante Mante, many chairman, Tonto Medisan Komono, Ebra, Yebo, Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe, Yebo Dino, Obrebre Waswase, up to this point, what has been some of the comments about a year, the partnering Dr. Bawumia?
All right, but me infa we into some him say napo minia.
Oh wow.
Enyenche. On said the other side near page number 2, me for page number 2. Timina nano, omo we share group 9 to free that side. Me na nenia ne line no. Nti for minia. You understand enyenche. But this is not about enia. I think say sometimes utie de nkofo ka obi doubt the capabilities of Napo. Na pro baby ade ne beto no obeye na ni so ohye yen ni so ohye ti na yen suro hwe no nti asem e wo so ka no obeka omfa ho de wo badwina fa ho. But you see, one of the reasons in Tiana the likes of Nana Akufo-Addo break 2008 was na Ghana fo hu jeje hey subani bi nti they needed a certain Akufo type of ye de humility ne kakra but all ye adwuma no. And intina at the time Nana Akufo-Addo what that push I said me ba I will put Nkofo ye minianom ye de pasumdie. Ghanaians voted for that. It was 2016 Nana Akufo-Addo for a certain camp pusher. Because the pusher of Nana Akufo-Addo in 2008 and 2012 no na nya sa in 2016 because the typical Ghanaian no when he saw sekra na omo was a kwan afaso ni omo kasa omo wa kwan afaso ni omo dinkita ho omo wa kwan bi a wo pe enti time anajo Mahama mu nso ayedwe a omo ye why desperate Nana Akufo-Addo ye desperate on we need that or a short man or a hwan no time bia Nana Akufo-Addo kasa unso say Mira Mahama say mi gusu ye say Mira Mahama na e wo form
obreno
ho ase enti de Ghana for kanye and say na po ewa ahomaso perception say nipa wo hu bibia otiase. The only thing you do is you don't defend, rather you use your actions to let the person know say entisa. You cannot erase the perception. They unkofo what from me hono untimi nsesa no. All that you do is consistently no be man nkofo hu say entisa. Sa perception ewo ho say me who say from Saturday ni nyina nkofo bebre gu so defending na unti say no ya assertive obetimi defend mesre samre ya ye be unveiling no ne kasa ye bi ade a ehye nkofo abufu at this time now obeye presidential material no what say unhu say first na me minister metimi aka say na me MP metimi aye action bi but samre de wo gina pen bi a said Dr. Bawumia ni ho a utimi ye president enti okasa ye onne ye eye nyoma bi anipa paahye because that issue came in when in 2016 Nana Akufo-Addo had to come and say I am not arrogant. What you say because nan kofo atage na enyoma ba ko mienu bi akoso a kofo susu say papa yi ensema na nse wo ye kire say sa netie etibe susu ena make say na Paul is good, nobody can doubt his capabilities, but Ghana for to aba Donald Trump, not that he wasn't good, but Donald Trump ye too time because you say nyoma bi ne nkeka ye bi ntino onye politically correct.
Okay,
so I think that it is good choice. So betimi ayire no ho a enyoma bi wo ha wo so ye ho adwuma.
You are caught in between the chairman and then the spokesperson. So I believe say and then no,
it's normal. It's normal. Say what say
well,
that's
on this note, Mamemu Akwaba, you are meeting a very tough description of the person you are speaking for. How do you feel?
Dear, a man here me then say, minimum. Nipa na me kasa mano no, minimum. Because omo eka sa 75 no. I can tell you 99.999% of them omo nim no. Inti ade na wa be ka kire me say nipa mi nim no. Oti bi oye bi fufura than the mi nim no. Because se me wa be ka kire so oh me share Kwabena Asante. Oye papa tie bi. Ba mi nim Kwabena Asante so onye tie oye be matintin gramo. Of course, it is important for me to let you understand. They say, be a di obi a kachiro bi mo bi atiako kachiro bi mo bi swachiano akamwatino and tesa. Nemo is a different person from the perception someone else a creative ma atowa junimu awode ye jumano.
But why are they not talking about the competence, but rather the arrogance aspect of the whole discussion? Maybe everywhere in Ghana. Oh, fantastic person, hard-working person, results-oriented person, very disciplined person. If he wants this job to be done, he will get the results that he needs. But arrogant. And no,
friend is what time will sunya wasa? No, what she anepa. Ananya zani ekano. Isan said, "Diedi kan menka says sabi ubi any woman pa eyadepa." Nemum Ghana say ayetimuno. Die ehia Ghana fo yie pa ne se ye pese ya brabomu ye papa esen die wumi ye pese ye suku sem ekwanimu yie ye pese ya hwehwemu ye papa sen die wumu no ye pese ye nkane asem ye papa sen se die etie no na se sa na etie dia ye po bia ma na adwuma hwan ne ye be ma na adwuma no osi o mi hia brantie bi wono wonka hute nanso wonem kromu anu aye ne ho mu ate mantwea enti se saa de aye fa adwuma ne nkoma no enyenye bia ne sans wo ye ne ho mu ane nti no wo de adwuma ne ma na wo kan ya ne begina so ana oye ne ho mu ano enti enyenye bia no wapomuden ebeye ya ana oye ne ho mu ano enti aduane a wo pese wo bedi na wo atɔ ba bia wo de uti beto no ebeboa wa ana minyi ni se eno. So the point you are raising, no, it is a legitimate question we need to answer. Say, enyenye bia no, yes, papa ni dia wo de adwuma man wo beye. Ye pese de adwuma mo obi mo ye, anase ye pese de adwuma mo obi, ni ehia na adwuma na de ama no wonye o. Onye hu sa wo ba, oh miwra, na te sai, bo ko na ni wadidi. E Asempa we hu enfutura bo ma mpepa ma we. We want people who will be sycophants, who will replace delivery with fake humility. They want to replace sycophants.
Nyachumye.
The ababa shawo. Adwuma no anye o. Next wo say wo ba, wo say those kind of nkofo wo adwuma mu. Woni wo adwuma wonye adwuma bia o. O say boss ni ba.
Opepre ne
ho. That is not Dr. Matu Puku Prempeh. It says that he is so occupied in getting results that he is not interested in coming to fake and create an impression. Say, oh, hey, nobody. She said, "Una." Just imagine someone who is expecting. Yes, you, minister. And he expects you, for example, to say a minister of energy. Waba minister ho. Oh, minister, let us say, ebusuafo here. Nanse ehunwa. Die ntia na po beka che also ko meeting ne say wan ko sa meeting nes yedum kanea e dia ho kire be brega na fo. But this person is just say, oh, ye nipa dodo. But then komo no ni udi ne. The effect of some komo ne say ye better sumu. The effect of some komo no tina hold 2 hours no. And say enkwara free SHS policy no, it will not be delivered. Which of these two do you prefer? That is the question we need to answer. I'm not saying Napo is arrogant. I know him. Now, Kwabena Asante, you've encountered him. And Mijidi say, of course, he said, you have questions. See, at any table, no, bet now, let me be say, and you be a nanapoku or your hantaya. Your answer will be said, Debbie, or your hantai. But you are asking the questions because you have engaged him, you felt him, and you know the kind of person he is. But most people will prefer to have people who pay lip service and eye service instead of person who has devoted his time into getting things done.
So what are the pluses, Dr. Matupoku Prembe? Take it no.
And no never can. Yes, one the mama now. And that is the key thing of Nanapuku. Woman Juma obey. And Ghanaians are looking for Ubia. Say the Juma mana because yes, for us as MPP4, the first thing is Nipano Obabeka campaign waboye me to me win power. But adia ba kwa Dr. Bawumia ehwehwe say enya power ni win keke wo. Nipano when win power na wie no oba asanso aba beye adwuma to improve the livelihood of Ghanaians. Oba improve the livelihood of Ghanaians. Woman adwuma obeye anaso onye. And that is Dr. Matupoku Prempe for you. Another plus he brings to the table is that he has track record. What is a track record? Just imagine a campaign message, key campaign message of the MPP in 2016. What was the message? Yet see the Nkofo Kachire was there. Oh, Tumuda, Enkosiaga, MM. Indeed, Enra, it was refreshing to hear former President Mahama say, oh,
it has come to stay.
It has come to stay. Nanso, here to be in Nisa. A son say, maybe, Messia could have been a children in Abono. Messia for front my one chedia. Messia for front of them in Sawono. No, my Babette, no, for microphone, no, my catcher, me penquada, say, me whom quada may you find. Subina me done a dinner. What is the Subain, now the NDC led by our former president, Openijo Mahama or Danedi? Or Babe catch them me and they say Okresika said, yeah, they bought free SHS won't ekana. One first can yes, I did. What ye? Or see SHS there Kadodo. No Krasesika, yeah, they bought Hukana. One first SHS and Pam Bossa Akano. No, our culture say it has come to stay. Obania this Esicanemano, I dare not say a Bocadodo. Then I'm about most Esicasano. Would you say I do who say Esicasayeno? Given the opportunity, obey. He will not. Because now he feels compelled to also, let me say it's a Meso Mayor because that's what the people want to hear. Intimacy can be. No, I can't be there too. No. Now, Chairman Tontom, any miracles there? Do you remember the number of adverts that were run in our media space? Say free SHS. Nanya depa. Enye di here ni ama meboye. Why say was this guy free SHS? Now, where you a cow boy you and we know how much it costs to run adverts on several media houses across our country. Obit me for Nisika or the border work at Ghana for say free SHS there and yemen so free SHS on the papa and farm. Obi or Nisika catch us at the end. Oh, we are not catch us at the end. No, oh, the mammy and me. Do you think, say, a dio GD and Kobabonka, I can say, papa? No. But back to Nana Puku, and as a Dr. Puku Prempeh. Yet, yes, our campaign in every year, no, near winning power. MPP winning power, pepe. Of course, March, we are going through appointment of ministers, or we go through vets and Yajinatum. When it's September, and na school kwada ebiako school. Minister be obeko office biar. Unya ko kodru officer. Afei na what na say, oh, had to say, what are the rules, what are the procedures here? You need a bit of time to settle in. And your man with such a heavy task of delivering your campaign message. There were several people who said, Maza, I deal with the air but eso. Inti mume yinya botre na yentu ya buni yensi. Of course, Omanhene Akufo-Addo, he's been in politics for long. He can identify who can get certain results for him. That's why, Dr. Matipuku Prempeh Kotowo, he was able to start free SHS in September, the very year he was appointed. It should give you an indication, the entire Dr. Bawumia, before they say, oh, no, any running mate.
Okay,
because so Dr. Bawumia is promising Ghana for, say, or the bold solutions and the deba to come and move us from Tibia Yewuma. Yejidi say it is not the perfect place for us. Obia, Ubman Ejum Sani Pakrono, or no, and Dr. Bawumia said, yes, I have bold policies. And yet, and yes, oh, menam Tibia Kakadema Kwanmaba. A Yajuma Edding, I said, Juma di Obia, why you be dano? Mamen Konko for them, and I'm for the That is Dr. Matipuku Prempeh. And you see, they do not want to have this conversation. Because, Nasoka so Medjuma ye. Osi papa no born home body. Udi Ajuma man obey dia. Ene just said na at the papa no mommy and trouble and mano. Into Umuadie or no kura which yana aya on yeso papa or the minimum ejeso. And that is what they are talking about. Oh my answer. Mema will be our next question. Nipa we no. They easily make friends. Once what where the ushi I don't know be where she the next person, he must be exactly the same person now. You will be making a mistake to assume that nipa what we are seeing now, yeah, pepe. Name what I can tell you is that said the conformity brother Dr. Matipuku Prempeh, or you'll be at the mama obey, or you'll be a unsuro sebi nipa nimka. Now, share wouldn't say Ghana for Yanyan Kofo say Asempa owners all kind of credit and one country, yeah. You need someone who will tell you, oh, mine, I did this idea with you. It is not the right thing.
Okay, so Mesa about Fifi Buafo.
The people, the crusaders, yes, Dr. Matipuku Prempeh Muadie. And then it was you, yes, you could be Dr. Poku Prempeh say, on my timetable for doom so one farmer in Tiasu Muadie. Sanko Fono, I'm referring to the NDC. Omudi John Mahama, she said, Omra Mayor President. John Mahama, not or your president of our republic. Sad time no. Then yet to say, Ebia Yadum Kanea Dakro in 3 days. So, net term, Nempompons one casa. Heightened moment of Doomso, the government told us to say, Doomso na kosoro kesiye party, but we're not going to give you timetable. John Mahama kasa dia onya hantai. Name Dr. Poku Prempeh kasa oya hantai.
Okay, so that's the spokesperson for running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. But interesting to share and to let you know, well, maybe 20 reasons why Mahama lost woefully in the 2016 elections. And some of the reasons, a paper called the Green Book is part of it. The character assassination was part. Propaganda was part. Opulence was part. Electricity bills was a part. Doomso was part. Inexperienced appointees. Wyoming's deal. The Brazil saga. Nurses allowance. Teachers allowance. Unpleasant utterances. And outrageous taxes. Misplaced priorities. non-payment of salaries, Muntie 3, Gitmo 2, bars branding, Jida and Sada, and disrespect of clergymen. So these are some of the 20 reasons why I contribute to it. Into you know, why we post-mortem or party, no? But just tell us, what is your MP adding up onto Dr. Mahmoud Baumia?
Media.
Don't you remember discussing? I say, "Sir, is soon Nyoma we no, it be dead DNA or the new patriotic party man." Yeah.
Media kakra mekane say, "Osa you be a say wo ben no a obuildi nipa." E na fi kan no. Yenya ye ne nanante a chede ye nim no. O ma hen so nim no.
Do I need to get closer to Dr. Prempe before I get to know him?
The person me catch
From afar.
Chairman, answers our question.
Yeah.
You see, your Mate sa accusation. One of the reasons why me catch you say enunti napo the running mate of the MPP ne say or you be a building human capital. Me say politicians are a Ghana say ya kas yempem kofo emo muntu omo wonche eni nachi anye bibia ombeye no ye won kofo omo dos ombenya kofo benya saa de amomo adodo et said you menya up from Napo is one person who has helped several people wo dodo no ohun ne da onhia ne da and onim ba bi kura saa nipa kro no ewo enti obi a onhia nipa ne da ohun ne da but watumi aboa saa nipa kro no are you saying say saa nipa kro no yi se wo hia no ansa no wahu so nipa papa na I don't think so.
All right, that's it. Chairman Totom, yeah, meet you.
The me person me can say Omanhene wo ye nsentroni empanimfo say ye ni fam ne ye aso tie opa mami politicians mienu a e wo Ghana ha oma building ni pachen Dr. Matupoku Prempeh wo de bomienu mi busa wo bomienu
well I feel I made my agony esese
e be che me sebe me dinachi a enye Dr. Matupoku Prempeh ka me nu ba bia madunu ka me nu ba bia madunu ono nam a o kire onyansa o kire se de ye pagya nipam oma o kire se de nipa tibi konkan enu ti na MPP tama running mate in December ye twi ntontono na akwakosi ni so no eno na ye boni din no e de anije aba Asantema ntema me kire wo se efi o kine kose ye ne kire Asanteman eni se de oni nipa kasa ne se de Ghana fo nya ne mu gidie se me ben papa na ma bra wo be konkan no e de sakra be de e be ba Asantema ntem. I didn't say chose. I say Susu Bium said Dr. Matupoku Prempeh ni wuntumi. E kabom wa Asantema ntemwa. Votes are ye be deliver no. Votes are ye be deliver no. And none de hu ayeden at 24 son. E be bem so. Now come 2024 2025. Odi obe hu votes are e be PF Asantema ntem. Etimi de message ne say yema enkabom ye den emra yafa. MPP amanyoko ne Ghana aso de senkaba wo ya fra MPP a amanyoko bia ne obetimi ne ade asie e wo Ghana ha se eti de message ne se obi bia wa adwen dane e wo MPP amanyoko se sure se me yenka ehomom de yenkwankwaje to me 2024 na Dr. Baumia Samuel can say it is possible see me break the 8 no etimi ayedai etimi abem.
Okay, so chairman quickly na feminjao na etimi ko making kan krata bi wo hanoma eche enyoma aduonu a enam soma NDC amanyoko no 2016 omo emma Kwame Eji to me every one ensem did can say a green book they toss some say a character assassination they toss some say a propaganda the man ye ni unko na me no e hono fo bu bi ani mu afasa propaganda atie wura musumu ana say motimi kansem bia tim say eni nyina so bia so na mokeka atu etim say ye be accept say that is the reality and that is not it. Say na mo ye mo djuma say na
enye sa na tie Omanhene me sebe say uyo obi a unim tumi ho mfaso a say obi tu fo say ebia wa manyoku ahoɔden kɔfam na me wafutuo bi di ma wo uti ebeboa wa ɛnam di kan ka kyerɛ sɛ wiase de wɔn pensakran no ɔno wa ɛdɛ wo hu na maneɛ eniema ɔmo kan ade ade nyinaa no yetie no wasopam but ye me ka kyerɛ ne sɛ asante mantam a ɛpon bi a wɔsi ewuram tokro bi a wɔsi ewuram ne yɛde ahobrɛaseɛ kɔkɔ sɛ tumi sɛ Ghana fo mfa tumi nyɛ dɛ ɛnhyɛ yɛn nsa na MPP amanyo konko na sɛ tumi bedi yɛn nsɛm a yɛde ɔman si kwampa so ɛmo ɔman ne kɔ n'anim no saa ne yɛbɛyɛ dɛn yɛbɛyɛ.
But why is it difficult sɛ mbɛgye atum sɛ nkɔ yie na maybe under Dr. Bawumia ɛnneɛma bɛsɛ sɛ what's the difficulty?
Deɛ me yɛka ne sɛ
you admit that nkɔ yie
obi anka sɛ nkɔ yie sa wobagya gyitum sɛ ahokyerɛ kakra wɔ hɔ.
You admit say nkɔ yie
yɛ gyitum sɛ ahokyerɛ kakra wɔ hɔ.
Ujitum say nkɔ yie
yɛ gyitum sɛ ahokyerɛ kakra wɔ hɔ. Na wiase amansan nyina wiase afanan nyina ahokyerɛ kakra wɔ hɔ. Ɛno na yɛma Ghana fo ho sɛ ahokyerɛ kakra wɔ hɔ. Nanso so yɛn deɛ sɛ tumi ni wɔ yɛafa yɛtumi yɛn sakra de ɔman si kwampa so ɔman ne kɔ n'ani.
Saa ahokyerɛ no is as a result of amamu a esinto abem a nkɔ yie ana de akodu hɔ ana de akodu hɔ.
And I make catch us a COVID buyer, and then we UK, we baby.
But that's why they be an a car, Janto, a catch, or Miss Majet, the Janto, a canatum. Maybe a 50 years, I'm no by years of Kakano. Say, Yen Koshe, COVID, any Russia, Ukraine, Bribiada, and Manum Bayanina Swa. Vivi Mebao, Mebao, Yen Koshe, the Biada, and Bianco Case, and Nuntino, Senitino. But whilst in the midst of all this COVID, Russia, Ukraine, we underestimated the impact. But other nations or countries are also devising means. Ombema wono addition so ehon aharium.
Omanhene Kwabena Asante COVID by na COVID ama. COVID by na COVID ama. Mi busa.
Ebai.
E di ahokyere by.
Ebuso.
COVID kura by e di ahokyere akra kura by no. Na Ghana fo anya adwuma buso obi se obi kɔ bosome kɔ banga ne nsanka na ketua na. Says kan ye di tua kan ne firi hemfa. Na Akufo-Addo ayɛ saa nhyehyɛ we nyina na ɔka kyerɛ wo sɛ saa nipa na wɔ ne Dr. Bawumia yɛ adwuma no nya gyidie wɔ ne mu a wo si yɛ ntimi nya saa adwuma so ogitum sɛ COVID by the ho kyerɛ by Ghana fo tena fi ɔyɛ anya adwuma ba yɛ pɛ kwan bi fa so enya sika de tuom ka na afei na yɛ kyerɛ wo sɛ yɛ de ɔman ne si kwan papa so na gyidie a munya we mu no emra na COVID by na ho kyerɛ ba ne ko yɛ nya sika munya gyidie mu a wo si yɛ ntimi nya na dwom ma na Ghana fo ko gyidie
60 minutes after 4. Fi now so the continuous COVID.
Deɛ teɛ ne sɛ yɛ nipa enti nipa bi anso expectations deɛ ɛhwehwɛ ne sɛ ɛnema ɛbɛyɛ better ɛne ɛnura sɛ ne yɛ ɔbaako na ne nya mmienu a ɛne deɛ ɛhwehwɛ ne sɛ yɛbɛkɔ mmiɛnsa na yɛakɔ nan enti sɛ wogyina mmienu wɔ koraa na yɛfili sɛ daabi ɛnema nkɔ sɛ deɛ yɛhwehwɛ no no but the argument yɛnkɔfoɔ taa yɛ ne sɛ o munya sɛ moka COVID munya sɛ moka Ukraine
Munjai
maame ma ɔsa amfa to win Ɔmanhene me ton wachi me sika me wa me de ton wachi no 200 cedis makwa kotomo mato beans mato niema me hia nyina ene maye wachi enam de aba besi wo me di si wo se me titia nipa ba miensa beto obi ena ponche edi mrika no beka wachi ri hwie guye ohwie guye no me so me dwetira me wo nyina no ene nam de ye wachi na si wa me beto no afei adiache no obi ebisa wo wache wura no wama me se da bi o aponchi bi behwie wache ni guye enti se no minisika me de be ya adwuma no adechi no wasa be bisam bi o no mamo ya wo ese dwetire na me wo no ahwie agu edi na wotwe na be bisa me na me ka se o mi dwetire no aponchi ni behwie ko se na de da bia ha no wo dwetire aponchi ni behwie guye na nya bia na ehwie me dwetire ni guye no dwetire na sa ba na. That's the question we should ask. COVID na buy no. Ensunsuanso bone ni ade maye no etuko. Adwuma na wose ye kɔ no saa bre na ye ntumi anko. Sika na wose nki yenya. Eka ade bre ye no has it evaporated? It is still there. It will take you time to recover from such a problem. And it is so big catch us and can be And I did Debiano, Obia Behua, dear Gubia Behua, Madian Yahu. Yahu, COVID Ama. COVID by. And Francis and so bonny amre, at the Bray. A Brian and so a high. And Memoya where say, Anyamia, Anyamia me pami huni. Because it is important for us to cast our minds back. Say, before COVID, Bebano, what was the financial situation of our country? We were thriving as a country. And at the end of the day, now Babeka say, "Us will be a me more another one me a brand, me a footballer, me bobo, and the aqua park so, and will be a booming name. Ye booming name when you actually me nine Emma Medaho. Me just a bit to me at the apple. Near Xiao now before Uncle Park, Monsieur, last injury na minya wa failed in tea and to me coy. Near Xiao, afraid you me to me and take a crack, but me to me started as a mebo. I first year me 3 months, I also the Debian and injury winya and a Debian and pray upra, men pra. Upra, would it not take you time to recover? Or minor pra? Afraid no minor, as answer corner that demo. Was it there being can be? Now what to be that?
Well, hi Asempa 94.7 Ekosiisen Jumedian near the Bronte Accra and I say war Volta region and I say Western North and I say baby Beatifi a Poyana Toy I have 40 Buno East 4 and the world all over Yadamwase Majebra Mosmuti no numpepe the political party reps no so tenase Edika Kacho say Chinada we are covering same from Jubilee Park at the Abremo Ewo and Crying. It's about the unveiling of the running mate, our partner, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe, Neon Comonte. At same time, 2 to 6:30 from the Jubilee Park, not Kunadu Yadom this time. This time round there, the Member of Parliament, Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe, Nempeso Aso, Kunadu Yadom Park, and Adofe Wanumsi, Education Committee. The panel sits. And then we'll have the NDC and other political parties. Yebedi in Komodo Dona, Kopim se Nunsia, Ebebo, Ede Apemo. Well, quickly, Jantra, just a comment on dynamic treats now.
Yeah.
To the NDC, actually 2016.
Right.
Before you get there, Benghazi and Asa Jackson, your mic ready so that you can move to about 5-6 people before Meko break, and take certain consent from them and sign to get your mic ready. So meet you.
Yeah, quick one before some alcohol. And when you into out to me, on so who Niger, Niger Nedikai, 10.4%, followed by Senegal.
Even after COVID,
post-COVID.
No, almost few at the first
pace. I will tell you where Ghana is.
Okay.
Niger. And as I say, 2024, in terms of GDP, they are the highest, 10.4. Senegal, Libya, Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, Djibouti, Gambia, Ethiopia, on and on, may conform. Mamincho baby Ghana. Ghana, 2.7. This is Ghana, 2.8%. You understand? So you see, that's why I always keep saying, yes, Omeka do mudie. But as journalists and as fact checkers, it is not true that you can use COVID-19 as a basis in here, because the same African country, according to statistics, actually say African countries are doing well.
But you admit that it was quite devastating.
It was devastating. That's why I'm giving you 2024. These are the records. You understand? So it is not only true. That is why the IMF is also saying, say, homegrown, there are certain things and so on, so yeah, problem. So they need to check it. Now back to these things, So okay. Some of the reasons in tier 2008, MPP lose here. In fact, the 5th point was arrogance. Arrogance.
NDC Lucy.
No, Maker 2008.
Okay, 2008.
One of the reasons MPP lose here, one of the key factors, was the arrogance, the opulence, the way we see you. What reasons into 2016, the entire NDC so Lucy and so on. The issue of arrogance, perception, not a woman. So, my brother, seniors, you may know somebody, but it's very important say obe manage the perception out there na ebetimi aboa, because mu nyina moka including yan nyina wa ha no any match opoku prempen nche obi anim no, so you have a work to do. However, when you come to other reasons in here, MPP NDC so elusia, the issue of certain comments, and I shared that screenshot with you, certain comments even MPP before ni di Ghana for short memories. So she na head there to call all these things ni na MPP for against omodi making sure say ubi a papa no. That was the same thing that happened. For me, if you look at all these 20 things, politicians don't learn. Of course, when they are in power, you will kwanya omofa so eyo munioma. So omo power na wu tu omofo a omo nse dentie. Make I say maybe Yeraka bibi or say mobani account sem na muntie. I remember saying Nana Akufo-Addo buy Yeraka bibi was Ghana for the company ebufo na tutu adwo mahama. Na won so be yesa catch say Ghana for say yan the same company ebufo na. So clearly no who say normally no I don't know what happens when they are on the seat. But for me as a journalist, I would just encourage them that yes, it's good some mobile marketing on for. It's good to say mobile guswa manko for some more yadie obian kase unyadie. But you should also acknowledge say those kind of challenges no all fix it because Ghana nina 6 months no on train one son or two about Moasa Bessis and Yoma or Brebi Albetimia Bibia Fahu. Ghana nina or no ye businessman no. On train yama dollar and uncle 20 cities and now UK pounds and 21. One train him say a bedroom baby and sana. I think say if you look at all these 21 thing that cuts across, it say Ghanaians empo be arrogant. Ghana nimpe obia onye transparent. Ghana nimpe obia onye credible. Ghana nimpe obia oh yeah, Juma no admit it. Ghana nimpe obia debia no be defensive.
All right.
I think so if you look at all these 20 now, a idea ometimiasia. But so munsia, they be amekase, yeah, they are some for results in the back.
So, Kennedy appear or Denmark, your friend, Mr. President, will say, Omanhene, kindly tell your colleague, Napo is not arrogant. He is tough, disciplined, and a no-nonsense guy. And this is what Ghanaians need. Because we Ghanaians are very stubborn, he is also a unifier and a workaholic person. So we should support him. So, Mr. President, was a salute to my chairman. Tom is a great person and a rare human being, but he's in the wrong party. Please tell him he should be focused on helping Napo prepare his handing over notes to the NDC come 2025 January 7, God willing. We will be swearing in JM as the president of Ghana. Tom Fritz, Anadiaba. Usu Boatin Ewo Techiman. Usu Boatin says that great submissions. Mesumiti Ubi. Samuel Brian Boabin, and also Samuel Brian Boabin, so Edenedi Abba. Samuel Brian Boabin say, how can an arrogant person welcome us unannounced into his hotel room far away in Doha? Napo is a doer who has excelled in every ministry he has served. He is strong, firm, energetic, and a dedicated member of the party, charismatic and loyal. Napo is a true patriot who deeply loves this country. He is ready to collaborate with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to make Ghana a better place for all of us. Samuel, Brian, Boabin, and also Diaba. And Lamtekin Rashid says, Omanhene Kwabena Asante, what Dennis Miracle Abuaji is saying is very true. The day I visited New Swami, my family house, Omanhene, I nearly lost where I used to pass. Okay, so you're talking about, golf, you're talking about, Swami about how much I say?
How much I say?
Are we sure about that? Is that correct?
It was side, but the main roundabout to Munyantachi, the Omoko, the other side.
If you say, so me a reference point because we better be associated by Amisco Pelela said suddenly Dr. Machopoku Prempe has become NDC's nightmare. In fact, he will continue to hunt them till Dr. Bawumia wins the election. It is possible. Amisco Pelele or Kaswa Anna Ode Aba. Lots of your text message, but for now we'll jump into a year. Brief comment be obiawo nafi omoso team but I say happy birthday to Eunice Oseado or the office of the head of local government service. You're a sister, and this one is from Diana Owusu Ansa. Or say happy birthday Sunko. ana ode mom. So Lovina so ADB on also 80 should be. We thank you. Yes, Ampacho Udi na fe wachre nkoma edi na no de also betimi de atoso e de ama Ampacho etio.
Yo Omanhene medase. Me am gina hey. Yo mention North.
Mention North.
Yes.
Yes.
Me din de Isaac Jesse Nchire.
Yo.
Ma hu te din de Odenki. Odenki.
Odenki say Odenki bajobiti.
Ai. Medase say o ma beta akwanya no. Eja me keep anso na isi unchen no.
Aha, tira.
Nana Joantoa.
Tira.
Team manager lebe. Me yana no da me team.
Oh wow.
Oh, crew from Division Park.
Wow.
Me nua pa no to na say o calling nti no.
Wow.
Program we e ba ye no. Aboa ne ma bebre.
Good.
Na kakra me kan say ena amanyosem na ye no. Nipa bebre nti ne ba biase. Na sebe party kakraka say MPP. Ye ko yi running mate, ye ko yi nipa say Dr. Machopu Prempa. E can be chiro. Se onim Dr. Machopu Prempa ya. On so ade mu ma ade ne ye ka say anyi yida. E ya ade ba ko e to obi ahwe ne so. Se MPs bebre wo Ghana ha. Ono ni MP a mehu se onye yi mu. Ki se bi obi mbeto be kan kro ha. Ana se Ghana ha. MP obecha ade a obia se wo na afon ni na afon. O discover the coordinator se fa koma no. Obi enya tumi a neska won ho o cha de wo constituency bi ma nya obi akra ne nya bi asema make obi adi adanse doctor ade a wa your constituency we mu no enya vice president say president ko yesen kokodi o passport bi e wo mensia south bia na say hairdresser salon bia anaba shop kokobusa bibia ko ho in case of sewing machines terrain shop bia go mensia south industrial machine abesanya knitting machine wontu aka wo skills training and education side there wontimi nka timi de mesremo ya mesre say saa de we dey all hands on deck MPP for obi an buo for obi ade we kotodwani a che opaye ko pa edem ko ebewura na e campaign ma doctor na opoku prempe ene doctor Baumia anya tumi no e ma asundwa bagana doctor ma ne de oba de masa ye ho be kire ye ye ho be kire yi pa.
All right. Yeah, what's it? Uni bando de asoso. Ye ho be kire yi pa.
Omanhene medase.
Yes sir, but what you say?
Menya sa konyan. Na ma share south there. Ahaya na ye wo me.
Good.
Metie na manyini ekodu mfi aduanan so.
Good.
Na me hwe de yewura Dr. Machopu Prempe. Why ma menhia including me and me as a polling station youth organizer. Na ma hote dindi Watara. The famous one in Manchia South. Now, say, catch us say, Yura, Dr. Mamadou Baumia, a unisel running mate, no china, ya dono, na ya man of ceremony. Ama the whole Ashanti region, including Ghana, Obia, who the kind of persona, Oka, Dr. Mamadou Baumia, Ama presidency 2025. Etime di moi. Me catch you, oh my. Yura wayebi no sefata sa body ye de abono no na esefata ne ye no ama manhia so apagye nanumonyam ama yewura so ayekese ama ye ochina no emo no onum no ne ye ti Jubilee Park etwe no num Doris me na make a try
machi
and 5 o'clock
na ade
ye nim de yewura wa ya ma yen ene de ese besi kwasiada waye de waya amaye na ese besi kwasiada eti ne mpaboa no de obehye no se umunye duru a wuntimi na ye wie kina de na wasa ne yen adi no yie e wa akonya kase a ye ma ne mfie 999 empre 9 e ye mfie dunsia wa beso manhia mai na adi mu yie na so ye ni no wa kina wasa agya ye kwan na obi ate wo no what is a Machopu Prempe? Ye yi no say running mate no. And monyama aka menhia no. Me catch you say, a tears of joy. Ye ni eje amanasa yesu. Say
Watara.
Me na me catch you Omanhene.
Watara.
Let's say by 5 o'clock.
Watara.
Omanhene.
Yevesia.
Mashia medawasi.
Yo, Benifo, medawasi. Sama mama mesuma kwenye.
Yes.
This is from Banye John.
Banye.
John.
Good.
And now I'm see Diba Kweda come on and say, I'm crazy for Dr. Baumia and Dr. Napu.
Wow.
Yes.
What but I'm
a campaign more than ye, I'm homo. Now, Doctor, I'm saying, you can see a dinner who dance here. I'm running cry, Yentimi can you? And now I'm go. Me walk, me say by politics now. Me will be a man and pa, baby. You me a cool. Now, so me casa me ya Juma, me ya Juma to say, me imagine crying at the anyhow. Me were friends, baby. Now, the Yami Adumachina, Ubahu doctor. Fan club baby, every area baby, a day, Ebeba, Paco, Ubahu. Echinamubu action baby. Now, I give a quite as I am Mr. say. Moyama, yes, so mamma, so me I can say, Wakasi Rufia Samatamine. I say, yeah, who be see. Yani Rufiana. Omo Bama say health insurance on by day. One time, Premier, one time, and so you go here to near soon Asante Regina. Yani Rufiana. Mamma me a Rufi. Said you were Timmy Yano. On the Timmy Cassa say. Oba no asaka kire say menye mopa montoma me ana ma montoma me ye mom me refi mom ye via ne to eniema doctor Mahmudu Bamia bedi na na akufo ado achi enwuma pa wa hye eniema wa hye enwie pa yo
ebi dia we
enti se Ghana enne sa wutu fie wutimi asese bibia wutu fie anka first insurance keke kura wuo no o soro ahomache ne kodi lai tese enne wo nya ne sa o tese wo bibia wo ye bia wutu fie na wo ye. So, yes, yes, only a person say, Abrochiri, Vite Procopani, yo, a yen did the swap, kakra, and the was away, and now, yes, go snip, what would be? Yeah, you woman, you have him. I can now be a nasty for like a quabrochiri, and can mobile for Jomu pay. As soon as end sit that, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia to say Papa. When was he? Media do Sambe, the person, Monfort to Abamame, na many doctor, na poor. Was the Onua, Wakasa Juma say me ya, or ye ni no. One more pometidom. Yes, sir, Ghana Magana.
Yes, you found 91 once the doctor. I push on 91 teams. Yes, you got him, what Mamma Busu. But yes, thank you. Thank you. So across. Yes, sir.
Oh, me, I'm a friend, Thomas Yaumriku.
Thomas Yaumriku. Todo
na friend me
Bemayao.
Yes. Baby, I tea Eddie Jumas is here. Or my sister can why you fin.
I say no.
I can why a pottle. Because nay and net cocoa pa. A young foot run and near boss of war. But say what a capital so. Sir Astrotef way, the whole gun and a three. May number whom be a just a TV so. And so Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. And then Adodankwa Akufo Addo Adaroma and Dr. Mohammed Baumianti. Many Astrotef.
Wow.
And then say what our catas one I do 3 o'clock. Utimi Iska at the few accounts from Alfonso. A Dr. Mohammed Baumia. Me school, me club BEC. Prempe Assembly Hall and a Prempe carriage and a trolley. So my family school no. Because of Sikanti, Mentimia and co school.
Oh,
Esca former and an eco school. Menyasika and fan co school. Yaya near cancer Asante region, ye and now qua commander ya. University a Kufuado SCSO. Saoko agreke haya kwada so. Obehu art and science. Culture a year yes in ho. Ewo Asante region e Kumasi. Uko mikro ma Asante mampon. Na na Kufuado asi ultra modern a year baby a ye deba. The whole Africa a tosuminu. Ewo Asante mampon. And as I was to initial library, na ye hunu bi, and a library, na nefia could be, say 1 pim. Me ma Ebramukus Ekosiisen de Oho.
First year, the spokesperson for Napua, while we are the new man. First year.
Omanhene, me and Midna, a family Richard.
Richie.
Ah, my hotel did the K double.
Yes,
sir. Now, Asasiano, make a choice and Crophobia Hope. Omo ho popo.
Etusu be me gina wa.
Omo slow.
They say they be many media. Me na me ho popo ana.
Adisi fo no. Omo ho popo. Hwe me de me nya economist. Aso me de sha ase afiri ho. Ghana o mampanyi bi bedi o ma we so. O se o ye indecisive. O timi nwene ma ne ho. Eye doctor ayi Mahama na nu ya se woto na timi nwene ma ho a dia na wo fi so betima ye. Wotu ya hwe ma ne ye dai. Enya yiye. 2 me tia sha ha ne matena firi mi kwala brem. Wo ka kire me say wo economist wo ba ma ekukobuo. Na sabi o mi bi fie lo betima ama di kukobuo akosi mi fie. I don't cry for the men.
One can say or say.
Omanhene mesrame somano. Mislew. Journalists for no mona and no mebu ha nipa bi ka asem a no matena no ma ka ne tena no okọ. One can say ekuko ketekete lo ka no say. 2 obi kwatena sister station me boni dini kasbe me tie was say yai man e blow for plat to that sa blow for no ukwan ya na plat to that what I say baba ya adwuma ya oso ko fa jata aba begu Ghana hanum na ya dua body ya ne ade mo na gum na pray nam soro e supply omo
there be what was a party na be tro so me so no party na be tro kata wadaruma
abaka sa no obso munim no
party na tro kata
ayi fo e ayi ba say e honom ye program no besro men enso ma no meslo
na me ye djuma fe de wo ya mama
oh da bi say wo no obaka chep say tisa but sa pray to that say do obaka kire wo so omo dijata e be gu krom ha na alu pray adam soro aso pro maduane na me tuoi bere jata betime ko jata ho
ye da si fa ko nuar fo so ba me sa
be abre
Omanhene.
Yes sir.
Eba mo cha na mo nyina mo bia ho ye de.
O nyame adom obia ho ye. O nyame adom.
Tewia. Eke me fansa mfo nya hwe. Manu no me de ko me de anko mo beti. Me pa mo chaw. MPP for empanimfo mo so na me wo. Munim advert ye wan. MPP for mu hu aniwu mu ye shame because mu si ade a mu beka amu obi ahu na ma ye say NDC for ba omo se ye dia we am ye so am run about to ekokro from me NDC for beka say ye wo mo na mo tete wo da bia mo dia mo bata na omo nso aye say o dia say mu nye mu hu aniwu papa mu MPP for mu hu aniwu mu ya dia mu so mu mane mra tese advert mu ntimi nya hospital mu ntimi mu ti bibia mu nka uko baabi ani uko wanwan mu ntimi ni nyina ne sa ase ma ye prema for
ye dasi
ya me ya papa mu hu aniwu
ye dasi
mu ya bibia mu mane mra bontin
ye dasi e do be gadi bi se mu
many abre.
Yes sir.
Hello. Yeah.
For
me chacha munyina.
Ye joso.
Me jemosunso ne madwuma pa ya mo ye ma o man Ghana. Ba madwuma no druba bia to me etosini e de mame. Nana dwantoa me selotu. This time o kire the way a emabunu no omunyina so no mo mfanto aba. Enya astrotef ana obegina so abaka chem so ya astrotef ama me tim begina so mfanto aba mame. Me to aba mfa ma. Omo betena ho a politicians ne betena ho a mo journalists mo na say ya mo challenge wo mo e de maye. But omo ba no mo kasem na ma de ye bia no ye bi.
Oye bi.
But omo ba mo muse o masem bia no ma be keka de omo no pe no because of the kankama share e be koso we kire ho ntino. Na mo moa timamufo no mo hwe timamufo bla ye bre. Mati ofoku prempe o ye politician o ye kam tanenko ayi na sisi wo e hokra wantimi anye ye ma wantimi anye dia pa ne emfama president na betimi abaye
Mpacho Mama Ninkana so be a can asem. Why? That's democracy. Mama Nikwanon can asem. Kawasem Pacho.
Eti eno sa no mumunya na obi a otidom obi a otie yi no asem bi wo kra onte metime abuza say Kumasi International Airport hwan president Ben yeye say obi si NDC obi si MPP who as a journalist no dia na won so waka but o ma disappoint ye me a me to ma ba no o se me boa say mo de ye ka papa no wo ni say enipa no ye enemy ba o man no the way o man is ebre the omo ye no enye
yeah that's say what me anya kugudu akasa kire ye tie ni wasopem yeah that's pi why
ase ne manya kwan
good
ene mo kasa na me kasa ma Ghana ni wi asefo nyina ati
good
me ti wono me hu Dr. Buzia yeah same na mo mampon ne ye ko rally ni Buzia person ko ye Ghana no nia Dr. Buzia pese wo ye Ghana no amafo bi ama no kwa ama na anyo no ye no na me hu se Owura Mahmoud Bawumia o shasie etimi sat brenu a Owura no e share sa na na se no rebia wo mo no mba park so ha ani youth no na me kasa kire wo se ye second Buzia nyame di na sie ama Ghana ani Mahmoud Bawumia
the second Buzia
me na make a kire wo me na make a kire wo e che se Buzia na onye ketase hye onpe basabasa odadi nanso sabi adwene ni nyansa ni nimdi a ne nyame da hye ni tirim no Ghana fo ama no kwai ena Ghana aduru nei Ghana card Buzia ena nka wo hye ase enso Ghana fo ama no kwai owura yi baaye no wabeto aso President Kufo hye ase antimi antentam ena yi MPP for free ho NDC for by o mo antimi anye nanso Mahmoud Bawumia baaye no wabeye amana yedei ayeyi ena obi ani age na me yapa MPP for bi NDC for tum futuro go omani a no mo di akire ena entraba ena sei mumusa NDC for say John Mahama yire adien pa na Kumasi ha obetra so fie nwotwe ni ade no oyesi Kumasi ha mumusa enso Nana Akufo-Addo yire obaaye ni odi ka ye first ukokofo no chia esi ho maternal building no ko he ena wo a wo ba utimi da no ho ehwe no eye bibia e wo konfa no chi oba no ene besiye we hu nyina echi no Nana Akufo-Addo hwe court for justice edan a wasiasi ishare so electricity ho ko he edan esi ho wuti Kumasi ya sebe mo nante nti onya hwe ene den na waye Kumasi ene adwen pa pillars mo nante a mo si ye hu hwe
eje da se
me ba akaba ko ma ura ma minka last week youth no am aba no am sorry a ena adwuma me ka kire o yenya yemfumso Lawrence Begu Ashanti Cocoa project ahona na se dunkatia na oye adwuma ni komna jeyi me say na me field assistant eda o gunu no ase dunkatia o ye UP ni o nanso sa propaganda no
yeah that's so janto ebe crossover kwa Accra. Then when we are back, then we can have a conversation. Yeah. Aba Sisia.
All right.
Doctor no say Omanhene is born in Japan and a friend of the
$13 minutes after 5, I Asempa 94.7, Ekosiisen Jumedino, and Igusu Edebro, a year Conadu Yadon Park, Menchia South. Yedin Komodo Dona, if you've just joined us, lots of your text messages about Yebeje Brenya, Kinkani, Nadia Mounty, and crying for Damasekia Bacho Yadom, Onu team, we are grateful. We have the next few minutes near wrap up, 6:30 Pepe. Na EPJ Moa. The big one is tomorrow, unveiling Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe Echina Ewo Jubilee Park. I'm sure say over join Ekosiisen team na yasa no wako 4 hours 30 minutes non-stop Ewo Jubilee Park. Nyame adoma Echina. Bene yedin komo Constituency Chairman Tontom wabebo eye nkru had a chair the spokesperson for Dr. Matthew Puku Prempe Fifi Buafo and so Abiyin Sem Baku Minu Miensa and Ewan say. Sansuna Chairman, I walk here through Menchia South, the probables Nipa Onyamia Adomna delegates over 300 no Ejituma, one bit me Akojina one them, Yewo Akwesi Koka, Jembibi, Yewo Kwajo Amankwa Entry, Yewo James Ousu Boache, Yewo Nana Ejei Bafo Ewua, Yewo Nana Ousu Free Prempe, Bautie Chairman, or see a Konan Kasako Jina, Nana Ejei Bafo Ewua, Anafe, Nana Ousu Free Prempe, Enti. We are hoping, say, in the time schedules now, one of the Abano, one be TBD in 7 at all, Ediamaya. But just joining us, a national organizer for the New Patriotic Party, Lawyer Henry Nana Boache, Dodona friend Nana B, and also Obe walking through what we are supposed to do and what we are to expect, and then or the few do's and don'ts be associated their mind. Nana Kwaba, meaning say a brain okra say ubitimi edini na mind, but just short time be na fetime jama. Bibi I come on.
Omanhene Nyamiada Roma, Bibi I come on. Mamenchia MPP adishie Menchia South adishie etwa wa ha Mamenchia wa munso me hu se menua na janto anso wa ha Abbas Nuruddin enso e wa ha omuso mbenye iseboni jatanum ne suno ache se eno na 24 hours no.
For the records also happen me year from for the records enye part of the NDC's
enye but nansi na so ye shipa or the doctor bi ba video so doctor say kuku pudon omunye njatane aseboni asuno je se no mo de bi ba ha I say Kashtan umbubu ha dan yire.
Yeah, can say doctor a part of NDC in Pajo. I think that we can.
Oh, Abastia na Makai. Emma onam so ma wapam ne communicator no ya. Mamenchia Minuano. And the spokesperson to the next vice president, Era Fifi Boafonso Ewahase. A woman say Era Matthew Opoku Prempe Napo. Wachinana ye pan hon to my dear Nanso no Jumedi any titru pano. A unveiling of the winning presidential ticket of the New Patriotic Party. The presidential ticket no area Yera Muhammadu Baumia. Now no a few tremu and I yakoto abai di no say ono ne kura frankana ko adwendwen ho ne mpanimfo adwen ho na no. Na akwako si say Yera Matthew Opoku Prempe honorable and ababesi ni so party ye nyina nso asom na no ebeto national council anim Ema yesomu na efe yie pa. Enti ene Asante mantem ha. Eye Asante mantem ye MPP akoma, MPPT. Aha ane ye ba be pa ye presidential ticket no ho entoma. Ochina nyame ya adom a 12 na ye nyina ya botwi ye wo menhia. Ifiri menhia na ye ni kire eye Jubilee Park. Meba mefa ho nhyehyeye a omoye wo ho no efe yi e kama pa. Iwia na His Excellency the President nso adi animu adi akomenhia wakopa say ampa ne presidential candidate ni ne running mate nso ene ka ho no ne aba Jubilee Park nso aba beto aso. Nti so far so good. Energy no was ro. Meba ha say kwa mani age senior energy no e was ro ha say pa. Nti o kina de nyame ya adom a
e sha se brep
ana make so kina menhia e 12 ena Jubilee e 2 p.m. na ye share ni nyina ase mame na mo ase so kina nso mbefa bibia live so enu ntina mo ba ha se no ye da mo ase se mo agebre na mo so maba eti Omanhene o kina de ebe kra be he.
Okay, so menya sure say be help ye be je chiri ama ona aka ba se be bi wa obetimi busa no quickly na sana wa pagya no fifi so bibi wa busa no quickly a
bibi a mebusa na bi
bibi wo wa because pagya no no
na bi de say me ni bibi abusa no dan say ono na ye organizer or the MPP be co-opposition. You get the point? That is my only regret for him. Say ya sha agro ya se ache ye ne na ekọ radio so ha na nyame ya na dom na ode na kosoro ho. Ba bra wa ba no ase ya wie. MPP so mo di pusa grandma no matter what they do. Aha ye ura mati opokum how the euphoria is low. Apart from how who say bibia akra ye den koso. Ti ba bia MPP omo sacre native free na koduru no. Se nkoto amna mu a 15000. Enzo ekowie akire no omo aye den no omo lose. So I wish you know well, but yanhwe die besie. Ti me die kakra me kan no.
I see. The spokesman
Edia na wo wie waka o ka opudon no me kasa.
Sa ba ye ba betui. Eye me de so omo de omo gidi se omo wini awie. In fact, yera Mahama Kwade wa ye ne appointment ni awie. Wa ye appointment aye reshuffle be 3 times. Oba no promise o sa wa ye awie nti ye omo nye ne sa. Ba me ka hye nyame ne monyam se NDC pew omo mpo omo be sere o omo be su o omo be hwiri o omo be da ho so omo be hye nsu ase so omo be hye nsu ani aba we me ka hye nyame ne monyam the new patriotic party Yewura Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia na bedi akire Yewura Napo they will form the next government. Say you almost say omani da so say wiase afa na nyina no aho kire kakra wo ho nti no omu gina so no omu de kom asem a omu bedi omu dokono kwa. Say you almost say na how ba yi NDC abreso ne ani astroturf we wa ho NDC abreso ne ani library wa ho da bi empuntunjuma akoso no so omuti Kumasi ne yedede saa na ni beti no ho so no na Kumasi akenkan ma na wie na MPP enya 79% na osu na ni beba no ho so no na eyo omo se Ghana no ejina nkran nti ebe wie no obo se the new patriotic party yekuta 152 seats in parliament na omu osu ma omani beba omo ho so no na Jane Mensa akura Mike or say the next president elect is Dr. Alhaj Muhammadu Bawumia. Eti omunkoso anu munu omo hono omo nsere. Omunkoso anu omo kan ne ombe kan bia. Ba ne me kan se eye abatoe yi a ye ba betui. Ebefa omase. Na omu wi a minim so omo sa be kokot biem. Omanhene anamede manobesi. Media, we are very confident that we will win these elections with hard work and with a strategy they will never understand. Ombesu ma echi. Don't try to say no nyede. Omanhene na se wadama na ebetimi ase na.
Wadama e kwenda me da CP.
National organizer can nyame mama. Because so ya manyo ku na wo be ko opposition a say ya na bonsama sisi waso no asa fra wani. Yeah, 2016 ya card ye change say. What you say? MPP party na hakura ya Ashanti region standing mate free. The euphoria is so low. What you say? Mention South nyina nya hakura na obehu se bibi koso a. Uhu se bibi akura ya dey koso. Edina na bi media misu brebre. Sani me kan ye no. Nyame boa December 7.
Reading. At to say, I hope said they make care we are winning medi.
Oh, can't call media mate.
The say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, IMPP, Afano, say flag bearer. Where Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe said a running mate. Now there then say Dr. Poku Prempe or a medical doctor, or any of different be brave. Professor J. Nanu Poku Ajimai, or your educationist. Honest why any be brave. Now deɛ yɛbɛtumi ama na ayɛ mmerɛm ama yɛs yɛbɛtumi de agu nsɛni ɛne ni ahwɛ nipa mmienu a ɔmoboa flag bearers ne sɛ Professor Jane Opoku Agyemang obedi education minister, Dr. Opoku Prempe obedi education minister, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang obedi education minister no ɔse mi oni chalk a ɔde ma amanfoɔ. Na poverty education minister say the ye move every blackboard so say the board ye the fell pen and the throw so and the ba. Professor Jena no Opoku Agyemang obedi education minister no ye twa allowance the met teacher for ye training omu. Na poverty education minister no or restore allowance no. There is a basis for us to compare. But my economy ref say na pobedi education minister. Afie no obedi education minister na Professor Jena no Opoku Agyemang. Asori akonya so no sa afie na o implement free senior high school policy. We have a basis to compare the two. And when you compare the two, see the goods and nia and see the watermelon and the anka adwoa and the goods and nia me da say.
Mami acknowledges to say yenya this is former only say my friend isa manaka o me person me body no zu ba sa ka o wadana ma fa mic no na former mensin crash there yemfa oni agro patrona we mensin crash wo obuase yes I mean Kinzu former MC Obuase and a strong member of the NDC. Ken Akwaba. Forgive me. Semekoso Kinzuba na Fachemi. Na ya in your peninsula. Osama no dipe. Sibu Sagri. Also Emma Agwasi Akwaba.
Thank you.
Bibi Kama. Na no so the munzo nya basobodi bi.
Kaka.
Now ugusu awo ni die chiri.
O megusu ame ye ho adwuma.
I see. Bibi Kama.
Megusu o ye. Eye pa ya shase.
Obe manage ni ye.
O ye Kama. Say me ye dada. I say amoku aton katenkwam the same soup.
I see. Ken, my mission say with you because me tell on country on Ashanti region. Say the name Siko and they Ewa Asante Mantem. We are counting down Nyame Adoma 7 December about 6 months more na yekotoaba. The preparedness and readiness of the NDC and the probable say you go beyond the normal 25-30 percentages now to make a difference to win the election this year.
You me da say me fan chama wetie for amajembra omotie. Me heard me nuanu mu ye ya. Abanti bi tama na me DJ no obonwum bi. Ohwe omsa wase mo hoya mesere. Mo hoya metwe. Hwe o papa ohun owo no wa mobra e na abu wo fa. Wosi ya owo. Se wa mobra wani da wo fa so. Wo de me che no. Ebi say wosi na de wo ba wiase na onim wa hia de. Wo timi anya ma wo fa de wo ba wo de. Cause wo fa na nkasa wono aso wo akɔhwe wo mo. What you say? Wo fa na aso ne ma wo akɔhwe wo. Why is the MPP now over concentrating on Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe as if they are giving him prominence than even the flag bearer. It is because they themselves know that the flag bearer are no equita woman. The more hata oni credibility. Amafo bunuko hwini omu ni misa won kan kre and we got 16 regions. Me who any major economic program e kabebre ba MPP ne dia be say yeko a Asante man ha businessmen na wa nyina da de enyafo. And I can give you prominent ones. And these are people who funded this party. So I'm surprised at over concentration on the running mate when the now a joker. No running mate no when somebody goes around and says, I went to joke before pastors. It took off Yosu Abedi the running mate. I say a more a young fermented na alcohol bema and found a soft alcohol. Me, I'm not expecting the MPP to do anything. But as to whether the NDC is going to cross the 30% mark or not, I leave it for the NDC. Ono Yoruba, on your announcement. Whatever percentage we will get, actually in trim. And to get that, see and so. Actually in trim. And make sure NDC, 1 million, yes, we are teaching. Yeah.
NDC party na wa kono wasa.
Extremely. It is the most attractive political party in the NDC in the Ashanti region. Otherwise, so when the MPP said yet here, come the running Kakwe Ashtown. Kakwe will be a MPP t-shirt. Where are they? Elected officers, people who have benefited from the existence of MPP in government. Net ya. Neka euphoria, you say, you running mate a fee. Ashtown. Ahani ye running mate in free. And Omabaha, and Yabetran the park so. And I a chilenipa rebel Ubiama. Kwama, and can any son or say MPP, parliamentary candidate grab a campaign, not Abbas Park or Fawasi be a Ocitiano. And Yakono. In 2016, if he maybe a 2 for 1 about and walk hello FM, it took President Kufuado 3 hours, 3 solid hours to get there. Now say, Mubao Miai no Muhruno, I have the video. First day meeting, quite a moment, my hammer for the issue letter. Emma Babonte. I sent the thing hurriedly. So me, I don't see. You see, why are they over concentrating on Ashanti region? If you look at the machinery of the MPP campaign, all their focus is on the Ashanti region. Why? They feel that they have been weak. Vatican, Fanibraha, Fanaquantua, Fanura Bruku, Fajatigari, Ubeu.
But it is a Zubanumo Kika radio. And one who would freeze 2016. And Omakasa, the Ababacane. Now, much more you know, Namisio Brown crying. Some mamma for women, some no Yasem. Open NDC party no. And this, you know, Mammy Castle. Minister, no one have a full stop. And this is quite a quite affair, no. Enyai, as Antimema. Enyai, and about the nobody bear. Say, idea woman de bear also be the NDC. Omedin Trossa and Omedas to the tea. It's with a mechanum desis, who say, MPP Juma Wayano, and one the bedding and one dance at Diaba. And then, Papa, I told me, no, did my pass, or the catcher say, over concentrating on vice presidential candidate now. Metia say, ye. Mwakasana uti kumha. Dr. Baumia, only the vice president, only the vice president, what mean ye, any other, but who check at Mupana or your master now. Tamu ye, Mahama. At a kid 1 year plus, and son, or ye, Nana Jane. Check it, Master Nave. Dr. Baumia, ye, the presidential, vice presidential candidate, earlier than John Mahama ye. Ye, Dr. Baumia, Aqua rounds. One OBS initially, no, I was all in what chair. I feel no about for. It was all in what chair, me, and I met party no at the Frank Anachamism. It was the what sending in every year. And son of a chairman for say, Nipa, many Nikoni. Now, at the then I Russia, no Mukase. I was here, after the year, I must say, or you over concentrate on a friend saying, Napo institution, only a much woman. Only a much woman. Omuni say with Napono, omuni bibia biu. And try womu differ Napoho, and that's a major fee. Wakwaka and try the good Naposono, a cow de Cromun to no redeem Zuba.
busa almost or cotia. Consa and conform some and amateur mokika. As a mock, I didn't want to me uncle court. I don't know, do quote a book at Tiano, now on a more patrol. Or pana pocho. Say, or panacho, one yamaninka. Now, son on a po, or bow will be over Bianca chance of what he say. Sikano, a caca precra 1 year. No from no Kumasi children's home, one from a chair. On from a chair woman. And this is them I didn't work apart from CAD Patem. Near Kanema Basa different pound. Napo ayobia on one casasuno or your institution by itself. Ninuma wayan yano, I did be a daddy. And this has a bet me a car, or move for home candidate be Emra, I will bet me a compared to Napo. On Famra Nanapo and this moment, but panic on the president. I think we have sir, and the money beyond a banner woka, now will be up as all catcher Santimaya. No about the catcher Santimaya. But there is no way, Mammy repeat way, there is no way a Bema quiet. I'm over Didi and Covatem, Mempene, Emma Suna, Emma Suchana. I did be our Becca, idea for your candidate to Biano, Yabacabiacho. Yaka credibility. Credibility, Mahama, I rather. Said Panica, I see a conco and I think home. Na credibility, Mahama will be. I'm within a chi. Yawahano J. Ford expedition, Yawahano J. Kanazua, Burkina Faso ni. Ford escort, what it? Quatelu prebra, quatelu prebra, elu prenebaiano, not the idea trade. Quamu bia coso has a biao. Debbie. Meba, don't make us. I mean, if you when you, Mamma, Mepa, if you, many say, if you can say, O my Patriotic, what you name the O my Patriotic, your former president, Abeka, say, sir, you were cast over 2,000. Meba, Casa, would brain. Me Giddy say, you bet me Gina Sanchez, Munusu, a boy. Na yet me a coin, Bibiada than this. O my Agent Munuswa, any year. And when I work on Hano, I say, would you actually be free or would be ho? Our government officer near the idea. What percentage be crowd to Adima buying? And I told him, you know, I don't know what he and 1 year in the name of Ghana. Yet if I form and a brand as a personal gift, you call your embassy, and you the brand as a personal gift to Mahama. But being one of just say the bread Ghana. The patron tests are, yet the brand no man, J. I'm on one case you see. I sit down, and I can walk as Makuma Kubabu 2,000. Our castle, I need to be and jump to a conclusion. Yeah, service chronodebia. Can you man pay? Said your own person will say, Doctor. I say, a corner across Wagana ha, and then watching what you mean and non casa. Say, I said in no way. Oh, as we are no Academia. Can't come out to see 100 million. I am saying, 100 million. I am saying. Ada million Ghana cedis, meboa. I say, Sika e kodi no. Na ka na omu ko fanamra. Na se Mahama Kwabrochi, I don't want fanamra Ghana for. Sika ye the man wo ji sika never ko chichema market for over say 70 billion no. Jina ko chichema market for wo mu market ashi. What is kan okodi? Sika wo de call bank e wo techima ho. Ah wo bank ne ka so wo mu nyino. E ba say, wo se mu famu e fiera so mu na mu famra. Okoji wo filling station. Anya Mahama na yi no. Anya Mahama na yi no. Officer na na do akoda bi pa ne. Sika be 100 million akodi ne ho. Ana keka se na one for scan mai, waja na kwatra America. Nuru di ni about papa ya wo. Officer nke waru tia. Kwanu akese kwaso Ghana hanyina. Ne sa wom. Omo ye twa wom ka double salary. Anya no twa ye. Double salary MP at parliament. Anya under what? Anya under what? Eti Mahama ne de ka kalbita. Mane fananu matum. Money fananu matum kwanu dia ko obi anim ani bibia wo ye bia obi ya we sa de bia Mahama be ye bia no akwanu wom debi me ka se ma chew no kwa na me ka chew me ba
se o me di san komo sa ye ntimi ni komo ni yi mesrew se me pese o de ho ne be twintwa na o de be for under your watch no under his excellency the Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo watch.
Yes,
so wa utie bi na o kenken bi na unhu bi
de he kakabicha
hono de unhu ye
me pese o kehye me
hono de unhu
because na de wo so obi atibi
hono de unhu ye
de he
me busa keke hono de unhu bi
me pese obi bodin
unhu bi bia
dabi obi be ya allegations a on prove guy yi de ya wo ko di abansika over 100 million no ya prove am a court sentence to 10 years me boa na say me boa kase o da bi o so ya no
kawasem
You are sentencing to 10 years in jail. Nidipa wakane ho a oye under Mahama kwa ona Mahama di no. Ono so man 5 years. Ezo ba so ka tense Mahama ni mo hwe. Mahama ni mo hwe. Yet kom ha yenkoto ambulance mra. Ambulance ama sika ma 2.7 million euros. Ama eno ogina court no. Ato force ogina ho. Adetina ko ogina court. Ena nana do na baye eno ka se okoto ambulance ba. Ena ambulance no ama. Ubi sanke waso te a 200 ambulances. Bako kura ni we baye. They buy ya almost say omo dia ba no a van, sprinter van, pan car. Afa ni ebetwitwa mpoma na asa dia akonwa sim. Gana ha na si ye. Onu ankasa anda Mahama na ankasa what? Sagleme anywhere ye hu. Kwaleza da ko si die 5,000 mai. Ebe ya si ye 680. Toilet nka ho. Drainage nka ho. Sikana sa $200 million asa contractor ne ko Brazil. Sikana sa edane yense anwie. Anya anda Mahama. Enti aka credibility Mahama no wen. Owo for betimi aka. Onfa ne sense ni nyama na oye ye ne so na afi o ma ye hu. Na afi ye nhwe value for money. Onche ye. Etimi dem say omu ba no mu beka credibility. Say the thing be anu ya na me ka say. Me pese me course outside ho. Because woni bi and I want to be nya bi so so fan kire.
All right.
Ti yan kan na Mahama ntia say. E ba credibility ne dia o ye zero. Won pe ba bi no nyina.
Me da se pi.
O my wo hu. Ensem we ya kwasi che akeka no na nipa bebre wo Ghana ha no nti na omo fi say MPP they don't deserve to be in government. Because mu opposition na mo ke kan san ensem we ya Mahama wakoto plane ame ato ne so Mahama or ship or Japan or you Dubai. And a Ghana for dodo na akoto abama mo say krono no amo se Mahama abono momra na mo magis kana na se mo mfa ne court. O man fie nwatwini. What is Mahama your friend wo police station cry. And this answer me obeka bia obi a hu asa ohun ni say asa adwene ne wo fom with the greatest of respect. Because say obi eko obi ye dream obi ye dream
wadaroma
fair enough because asem we know mo kan 2016 na amafo agina so de ato abade amamu mo baaye mo de anka mo fra Mahama wo police station kura asa omra meyi ano mo antimi na 8 years o say be kasa asem we ya asa na agro wo wani so what you say na sabia so sabia nyaado what you say ye bo ni din so mey MPP running mate no ono ani party move one e ka ne ho nsem ana niye me can say issues are a free owura na po ho ba no enye NDC and they appear kubi I was member of parliament for Asante Achima Gogo one in a partner parliament 12 years ono na e ka na po ho asem enti mo bibia ono na mo nkoka nkyere no what you say eya mo former general secretary o hinin to asem a wo ka fa na po ho na no na mo pentie what you say ewi ase yesi wa wonu ma fo ne wonu ma sam ne yade be da yade be bia wo fo enti owura na po de ye se ne menua panyini zuba kan ye no o papa amobra e na wo so wo fa ngune di ade what you say mo flag bearer no ye papa anka mo fa mani meto running mate so Dr. Baumia kra se running mate kra fa so bia ni so because running mate kra ye mate what you say enti mo flag bearer no nya papa nti and na running mate no and no na zuba eka no sanka 2016 yes ya you running mate free Ashanti region running mate no free Menchia South e china ye be pa ne ho ntoma enka wo free Alaba na wo ba ha kra nka wunya kwan ben na Menchia South on na ma obeka se ye yie wa ha omo wa ha eye branch executives eye delegates na wa ha omo didi party no omo na ye de wa ha Edison Kahankwa Kran ya dia bibia election no kran enko ye nansan ya hwe Nana John Twan eti ha yi omo ye survey e wo Nshira FM that was last week Thursday no omo se ma NDC ne MPP obi amfre
known NDC
MPP for amfre timamufo anya dey amfre e ma be ye 20 something na frɛ ye na mema nso be 20 something e mema no Alan nya 4, Cheda nya 1, Dr. Baumia nya 0, Mahama nya 18 in this Ashanti region. Enti mo party no agudie na na bi mo ke kanedie. What you say na sa Ashanti region pa sebia so sebia nya do. Say you heard the wetim ya boa the oba Ashanti region 2 pound ye dia to aba. Ke to aba nke ni kwa say MPP 2% kro munya no ha. 2% kro nke ni kwa say munya bi wa ha. Mahama ya to aba ma no no ni hwe kra no KJT Central Market ni si ono. Tafo Central Market ni si ono. Atonsu Market ni si ono. Crow from a one pompa suaso. Crow from market and no na anwen ni si ono. Crow from a one pompa suaso and no na anwen ni si ono. Owura na ponim pasuaso ha ye kromo aha na santima urate and so pa fam ya me bi na hwe akwan. Ko abes park ko toilet na wo ko ball a egu ho. You get the point? It is a mekasa ye kan puntu a ye nyina ye nim sa asante dwade ne edi gina kuro no. Enti abai bi ba na opeso ya asante yi a odi sika hye asante adwa kasiem. Mahama eye phase 1 na nado ne napo 8 years phase 2 no na akasi ho no. Enti se owura napo so onimumu a one na nado ne Dr. Bawumia nkasa na phase 2 no mu mawie. What you say? Mo ka say mo be 5 interchanges. And the Diama Ashanti region. Mobile Baku airport, runabout, mobile Baku Hojo, mobile Baku Swami, mobile Baku Santase, mobile Baku. Ebiwahe. You see?
Don't respond to them, Patrick. Go more.
Sir.
Patrick.
And you know Munyai man common in your day. Janice Shimo and Baba. You see? The fact say MPP modem ho toto NDC wa Ashanti region hano e kra kire some faili because in 2016 and 2020 nipa 10 bia to aba wa Ashanti region a emu 7 ne toma mo emu 7 and ne toma mo e di eka development a keni kwa say NDC kra yenya bi ka wa ha ba ye benya KJT Central Market aka modia wai ye benya Tafu Market aka modia wai ye benya Aswase Market aka modia wai Enuanom ene oba Kumasi a Alaba anasa menhia South ha Kumasi nyina wo pe baabi a ye didwa pa ye ha fa Mike ko business people e wa ha ne ko busa omo ne eko ene MPP fo asante ama konfo anoche a Ashanti region nipa yare a ho na ye referral center no omo so omo ni sika omo de beye otumfo na ne ono asore na agigi sika de aye otumfo e na asore a wagigi sika de ye konfo anoche edi MPP de omo ni bibi papa bia de kire wa Ashanti region ha what you say omo ni bibia enu nti na owura na posi Ashanti region de ye hia ye t-shirt what you say o se de hia ye t-shirt enti ndo kasa obeye interchange o se dabi na interchange ni de ho hia ya first can nya MPP t-shirt because MPP t-shirt na dia yedai efe eno ne ye ne what you say enti me dia make akosi ni say NDC kwasi chei kasa no ma yedi me kasa mototo bo ba park so etrese kabi ma men kabi ne kura no munya abotre
Tiera for the Simai.
Men ko bi kura wo enti anuanom ne ye ka akosi ne say MPP 2024 elections say Oma lose in advance. Oma lose election in advance. Now omo kofa stabia nya do Messiah kra de bepa Dr. Bawumia. Ade a enye ye na nya dai enye ye. What you say? Owura na ponu a sabi ono oba no. Ede a ya na obeye. What you say? Ope candidates are na pe running mate to MPP mu nyina. Ope de ne hunya hu a eyo owura na po. What you say? Ono no yenim kra no. Yenim kra no yenim so kasa ete se de sabi oso agya ne nan no de boso me nsia na bepra. Owura na po ka Asempa akoto wo se ya. Ete se de oso agya ne nan o de boso me nsia. Etu onu obekọ akoto bomb ba akokura ma MPP campaign aye dey asai.
I see.
What you say? Ene Nensio yirifang na for ya see a disika kwaya wo sem yan fan koye and na po betimi akwa na mama koye campaign
Rafael Bremer
what you say e candidate no a ada na make asa na mo pesa mo beken mo ma me come asem e meya mo wa hai wo sister we ya registration me no na ehia wa RCC wo ya ward coordinator party no mo didi mu no ka ho enti wo de wo say you run na poko kunipa kra sabi wo beka say ye what you say enti nyamo mo de no ne eka enti no ya de we de ya de hohoro ya mpradwa ya twan say echina ye bepa ye run na po ho ntoma awie na ono ankasa ono ane nsem a waka no eno ene ye de be hye radio tape mama nipa abo atie what you say obi a wo te parliament ye debate wo ho oyonko koka asem na anya wo da o se wonko akiro na monko woro mo ho na montoto mo nsa the video is there now be vice president obi betimi aba wani
okay Rafael Bremer
eno ane ye be body aye dey atremo eto run na podie ne huhu nya dai enye ehu
I see
menu Rafael jena kabi me hesa Rafael kasa mo so mo be kasa
Omai
na po
say yedi kan omai me ho ye pa omai ni
good
omai me ho ye
mugu ahomboaso
yegu ahomboaso pa sabre me gidi say ba bia ya duro ne ya wie ni nyina ne sa ye de enim ane say yedi kan ma me fa kwanya amode amaye na enwumre yi na ye nchia ye tiefo Asempa FM na ye nam wase sa ene motutu mu nan na madu asantimam especially Mensia South wo he enigia aba asantimam wo he enigia aba asantimam wo he enigia aba Ghana ha wo he enigia aba NPP since your boy Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ni din say omeye running mate no omeye the next vice president Emma the next president Dr. Alhaji Mamudu Bawumia ye de enima ne say enigia aba party nim maka on several platforms say Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh we ni papa Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh we ni papa we nipa owa kumapa Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ye nipa owa adwempa Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ye nipa odwene nipa ho Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ye obia ye bo ni din since the history of this country Omanhene free say ye chance yes ye running mate since 1992 Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh kwane running mate ayabo ni din even within the party when ya opposition and resistance in 2008 even the current vice president the opposition and resistance if you see current vice president Dr. Mamudu Bawumia you know it but for the first time in the history of our party you call neck meeting national council here unanimously we had Donia Kuma party no EDJ Dr. Mamudu Bawumia nomination so any dear minua Abbas Nuruddin Kekane Abbas 2024 campaign yatem die 2024 campaign yampuatwa 2024 campaign ya de na no odin John Mahama mpo pe mampanyina dibio John Mahama mpo pe mampanyina dibio for the first time in the history of this country John Mahama nkwani mampanyina wako elections the first term na Ghana fo nyina aka abo mato abetia no ebi sida in the history of this country ebi sida since 1992 say mampanyina bi atunu ho aso say me ko election me second term na Ghana fo nyina aka abo mato abetia no ono mpo wa betena sane mrane ekasetia Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ko John Mahama ni former constituency na ko sa astrotef a wote so ye show nei sa astrotef fefei John Mahama timi ye bi osirema John Mahama ono mpo u defending no betena ha se yakase yaka astrotef nkwa o Mensia South too important astrotef wey sa wo ko John Mahama kroma ye stadium eye parka nipa be boso am obi aba behwe ni agiska John Mahama even as president when me anya astrotef wey no krom na a nominee vice president, a member of parliament for 24 years. Apart from this astrotef, Bakubi Wachra, Omanhene, etimi serve as a regional stadia. That's astrotef na Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. I no sa constituency ade chamso. Minsa ben kumnie. Nana fia kobi sewa ampima kobi library. Nana fia sewa kobi ampim library. Ene si minsa ben kumsi. Asante region yenala sa library is the best. John Mahama constituency. For many years obey MP. Otimi si library ba kumpo
Edimani Kromufwa. This year elections, and yatem the day, and Yampuatra said the yes, canon. I think as and when Moody issues in Rabania can was in a certain region. Now, Oka, insinuati, said Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe say, Yamfa T-shirt, Yamfa Developer Asante. Since 2012, yet to Kroma, John Mahama Asante, mine Yakwain in our say, Asante Maya Quain in air to 2 years. Ya catch John Mahama so may Kumasa Quain, or catch Asante for there. Asante for dear. Or the golden pobe Asante for Quain, and so any. If it's Asante for and Twaba man DC. A whole John Mahama did Asante for, including Asante, he'll say to Obiatem. Say and Twaba man until I think I want to make reference. I am making reference to a statement by John Mahama. I am making reference to a statement by John Mahama. Did you Asante for United? And I want better have vote. Omujobo say hey Abbas, Oka Salamiti asa the meeting the Okano. Oka Salamiti my din am tia. Munya butre. Nia kan sem na munya de moye. Oka so man na tia. Oka Salamiti na wudi de Dr. Matthew Prempe na tia na. Utwa ne mpo na dia. Omanhene me enko issues ne so. Yet Kroma from 2007-8. Projects are John de Kumkufo Jana Santimem. Projects are John de Kumkufo Jana Santimem. Nala. The NDC Namadrim Bonia John Mahama. John Mahama ni NDC for 10 years Santifonti. Projects are
and Koyusu Sakasan and Wash. And Koyusu Sakasan.
Based on the statement for the person.
No, I don't.
Omanhene. Eya semwa oni pana no asemo odi aka. Eni ejina so bu na ten. Ono obetena ase aye kejetia market. E ho kejetia market. Mita ye ba akupe ne bom. Na aka se John Mahama ni krom na nkoye na nkode mita ba akupe ne bebo kejetia market. We concede. Ye ditum. Say kejetia project. E sha se we NDC mre so. Ene be wie we MPP mu. E na na do dan kwa kufu ado aban ne be wie kejetia market. Samujini samuna muye ankenya na mo cheye. Una usase le wire se bibia. But from 2008, nanado de project amomo shase na mo anwie no. Enam sa Asante hu hia nti obe. But from 2008, akwanya horo an nanado dan kwa kufu ado bo adwo ajenkum kufo. Ema ye shase wa Asante mamu nyinala. De NDC ni John Mahama bedi akonya ba akokra na omuwie. Yeti kroma Sofola interchange. Sa kwan no George Kunku forecast MBA Santimamun to us Buakwa and Gosi Sunyani Road. Then this in John Mahama Bedia Konya for 8 good years. So for like interchange. Any Sakwana extend Yakosi a Buakwa or Manko Hoda. And another Danko Kufu and Behemi. So I saw quite interchange. A George Kunku Fona in 2007 was last year. CMBA Lake Road, a tourist attraction. It's in Kenya double road. Every Asokwa interchange. Coca-Cola interchange. Coca-Cola Road, you know. Atonsu Ahensan Aputoja to Lake Road. The NDC bar konyaso 2009. And I'm sa kwan wa santimem, nebe bia santimem, nebe ma santia ye frenti. The NDC ne John Mahama anko sa kwan hoda. E na Omanhene. Mimi to kroma me kan se wo se da bi.
Nye wo a wo ti kroma o kan, but the reality is that Mampanyin Baswa, you are unable to say esan se ondo adishebi ana boapayum or no 9% puntu because that has never been the position of any president.
That's
how I your stronghold. Akwa wa nyina we.
But I'm giving reference in my you
wish you could have done more.
It be more reference to Omanhene. I think say yes this year campaign no. Omunya bote no munya insinuation. I'm making references to the Omanye MPP abeye. And so become market in Nkwana we market, Tafo market, we are Swansea market. Now we.
But is it not a fact that those things are there? You can see them.
Conceded.
But
I've made that concession.
He's not gone out of the fact. He's telling you that Mima by now so on power seven. Or by a Bakumi and Numi and Savi or the two. What then continues to be your challenge?
Me making reference. I'm sure say there were abundant projects. Projects are George Kunku for Shas here was Santimem. At the end, this buyer now sent Komo Twaso. Emma Santibie. Nema mpunto ba Asante na nke etime koye ni mansana na nadu dan kwaku for ada beto aso no John Mahama ni NDC buy for 8 good years. None of the projects no omani course so maka akwan maka Sofolai maka Asokwa interchange to Lake Road maka Obuasi town roads Obuasi to Anyankwanta the whole Ghana so always car ejapade ni agudi a Obuasi de Ghana na de bua Ghana mpunto otimi kwaso yete krom ha sabra ye demonstration pra kwan in 2012
to 2016 under John Mahama in the NDC administration. Obuasi town roads no Obuasi to Anyan Kwanta neka ho. Some men na make say John Mahama ni NDC bedi di Asante mine Asante Fuatem. Say what the god numpo be ya kwan so yani. But me ne okasa ne. Na na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo ni MPP bae. Some major roads aye kan a free suffer line to Abuakwa to Akropong. Sa road is almost ongoing. It's almost done. A free Akropong to Mopa and Aka. So he is on free wa from Kumasi to Sunyani a double road. Even Kumasi to Accra road. George Kunku ya Senko a double road. Nkoko bypass. And we quite free Nkoko to a double road. The NDC in John Mahama for 8 good years. Oman Kwahoda. As we speak. And another dan Akufo-Addo na Sakwaino. Or even Konongo behind the roads in the bypass. And I'm seeing Ordinance Antimahuti. There were a lot of roads. Any hospital projects. Hospital projects are including Afari Military Hospital. Including Afari Military Hospitals are the NDC pass Santinia Santifuasem to Omanye. But as we speak, those projects in Ninala, Nanado Abe. I've made this statement on several platforms in Yaika. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo. If we said democracy by Nimpuntu Juma Wano Asantimam Mampani Bianyebi. And the records are there. Mampani Biani wa dia Akufo-Addo Wano Asantimam Obiayebi. As Akufo-Addo development as spreading. Yeah, can one constituency, one ambulance. Mino Kasane. Until say Akufo-Addo nyama ambulance okromana timi kan. But mino kasa ambulance you 49. Every constituency was one ambulance. Every constituency was one ambulance. Court to dine. Court to dine. Ye dimu asemo e man puntu oba mpotemu. Ya wa 33 constituencies in district in 33. And you see court to dine. Ma atenye ekonenim. AstroTurfs. Answer na Akufo-Addo ni MPP ma ni ba akokra wa Asantemam. AstroTurf ya yete so fefefe. Me ne okasa ne maku 19 and ya no Asantemam ani nyina completed. Ya wie. 24. So we Kumasi Sports Stadium. Nanado abe ni ye. Nyina hini any other AstroTurf se bi ye 19 is done. Agenda 111 hospital. Agenda 111 hospital. 16 hospitals. A new projects are. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo they are ongoing. And what better Kakejetia miensa project miensa say. And only John Mahama an achievement was Santimam into Asantemam Reson Tuaba. In 2012, Sabra Dumso Kwasu Ghana. Nana ya Jantua, Makoto Nana ya Jantua, Bamu show you so. Sabra no PRC, and almost spokesperson. Nana ya Jantua Santimamu be catch and say. Dumso aye kwaso na Asantemam nkwade. Dumso ne broso because nipa ko bia agbo mu tiri mu pose. Ombegu Asantemam dwa. Ombehia Asantifo sika. Enti dumso na ekwaso wiase nyinara. Asantemam na broso. Eye Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. Ene me no kasa so ko anwoma so a. Sabra ne ye kan ya bo nani since 2008. So also kan ya na adwo Asantemam a. Edura na adwo peak period a. Ko kan ya babo bo nani saa to say ye move sa planti ba anwoma so ene yenya stability makasa asem we Dr. Matthew Poku Prembenti na yehia wa ha because of a china program no anka me ba ye anka me nya so say Nuruddin betima ma me bufu akosoro Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe or tried and tested ye go getter or your beer wo de adwuma hye ne sa o deliver so we in a personal attribute so any papa to nchen ya in 2017, the competence of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe Daddy. Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo oba wiase. Na ni so ade hunu. Omanhene. Ene say or the free SHS be ba ma Ghana for anya so faso. In 2007, okan John Mahama se enye yie. The NDC year campaign 39 ene tia free SHS. In 2012, se enye yie. In 2016 MPP na power. Omanhene mamfa no si. In 2016 Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo nya power. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe ne hwema free SHS no. And abe history. Second term government. Nanado na hwema dumso.
We were very high regard.
Ano na abom hu anti mu twa ne mpoa na kasate.
And a minimum standard na mo program and what I try so hard not to be provoked. Now must stay in focus. Now said the program no any day me woman no man maintaining in China where you come for and I will not respond to all those ones saying hear me. But the bottom line is when development also is structured. As a interchange, the fact is that President Kufuor or secure a grant from Asian France le Development. But President Kufuor won 1 inch and so forth. That's a fact. Now when I go on, capital for anybody share for as part of the relocation program, President Kufuor na Asempa sika ede koyi baby or sokobana or see a movie or more at the call. A yabra President Mills by and Honorable Samuel Sapon as mayor of Kumasi, etimi movie. Artisans na ne wo no. E de omo call sokoban. Ansa na project no ebe shasi. And this is a fact. But there's no iota of doubt. Say the whole fund was secured by President Kufuor. But the actual execution of the project was not done by President Kufuor. That's a fact. 2. Sofola interchange. Sir, we say you know. Mo catcher say ye MPP reps mienu. Mo catcher say ye MPP for mienu. And NDC for mienu. But we're never giving the impression say you confer MPP hooligans. And then when we are making points and it goes against them, they will misbehave. Me, I won't accept that. Because what they are doing is not so respect to our persons and the program. Can't we talk about things that can't we talk about something? You have insulted and called people thieves. Do you know the number of thieves I can count in your government? But I said I will respond to that. But the general misbehave. Now the fact is that President Kufuor suffer line. Let them continue to misbehave. Madaruma. When they are quiet, I'll speak. Madaruma. No, I will speak unless they keep quiet. Get them to behave. No, but they can't distract me. Me say headphone. Until they keep quiet and until they behave themselves. Me, I won't keep quiet. I won't talk. Two, suffer line. Obi onim suffer line biano. There were 2 filling stations. Baku ya shell. Ewo baby a Kesben West Abonsan behind Patasi. And a Baku ya girl. Now I call the main entrance of Pempe College. Prior to the project, that Pempe College, the entrance no that. President Kufuor at the China Geo Ghana Limited and the project no. No, somebody are born converts. Ebe go baby South Central near for all parlem. Robert, baby, who call Prince of Peace Girls Secondary School chair. In near near from who they saw not chados in tea. Unimo near for all parlem. A whole of the abo ebe go ye. And no mokate sword. Again, it was somewhat sapon and the negotiating and me demolish those 2 filling stations. And sana the actual project no. Ye bedrew ARS Apostle Revelation Society, sorry, I will prisons quarters nature. And now more Musi Anya Kufone, no Sanka interchange bar, be crying about. And one for interchange number. Yeah, Kwanu could see 10 or so Apatapa Junction. Now check the number of years that your government has been in existence, 8 years. From Apatapa to Abuakwa, it has taken them 8 years. From ARS, Ekoka, baby, I'm not say, be crying about to say interchange, you know. Where is the interchange? Now they say to whom much is been given, much is expected. Ediana Mayo. Now you are talking about Obiako spending $2 million on ambulance. And you want to joga to call Parliament co-admit say SkyTrain now must the $2 million. The money has been paid, but Nipa no try no win him. Is it not a fact? Eti mudi amot Jessica, muko dey kwa dey say ehun dey otwa but $2 million ye ehun nipa. Mati mi ahwe nyame anim. Edi nyame din. Ama if you look 14 the attraction or Eddie over 390 million. Akotu amena donko dokuko ababia enim. Some nya edaya menya waka chem say the renters. So mumunim, then we narrow it down to Ashanti region. And I'm saying that development is planned, focused, and must be carefully aligned. In this region, under NDC, there are two things that we did. To define a scope. Taking cognizance of population growth in terms of human, buildings, vehicles. And properly structured project programmer, the Greater Kumasi project. A stretch from Anua Kwanta, Ekokan, Buankra. Now, the good thing is that the very day I concluded the document, there were two prominent MPP figures who came to make inputs. One is Dr. Richard Anane. He came to make solid inputs on roads when it comes to mobility, access, trunk, feeder, making sure that the Greater Kumasi project will live beyond 50 years as part of making sure that Kumasi has become a vibrant city. And that day, Honorable Benito Bio was also in the project. So we have people in your party who were there when that project was documented. The only time we have heard about the focus of development on the as far as the Greater Kumasi project is concerned, Abra President Kufuado, all man speeches, COVID abreso. Now, this is it. Why do we have to plan the project? Kumasia, the hub of business activity in this country. It is when you are doing a plan that looks into the future for them, what you must first and foremost identify is that how is their economic well-being going to be like? Yebibia a hang on business. Obia person register business in Poa. I just want crying. So what we decided to do under NDC, NSA, we will provide a Registrar General's Department building. Ewaha, it's the Lands Commission in Chenwo, opposite St. George's, opposite High Court building. Businesses can only flourish when there's accessibility to land. And land management is a critical issue in Ashanti region and for that matter, Ghana. And they say, which agency and a manager assassin any home Ghana memoir by law? That's the Lands Commission. And you see the largest building housing any Lands Commission office in this country, Kumasi. Alignments. Public, carefully structured development plan. Then we have come to say the media is the fourth estate of the realm. And the number of people the media space has created employment for. There's the need for us to make sure that monitoring, regulation is key. The agency regulating media, spectrum, and all those facilities, National Communications Authority. To make sure that we have taken care of it from Kumasi up to the northern part of the country, we provided the largest building for the National Communications Authority in Kumasi, here. More business. Into the space, I'm going to be busy. And that's what Ambas was talking about as regards market. And then you talk about roads. And mete equine we are. I catch you for party. You see, they have so much mixed up road maintenance, road rehabilitation, and road construction. I have with me one of my documents because I knew this thing once before Obasi, they're going to come up. Obasi town rules. Where Obasi town rules, areas on my ear. Because this is my document, and I came with pictorial documents. Obasi town, I came with pictorial documents, and this is my document. This is not their document. And they said documents will not lie. And so, of course, you are dealing with people who don't want to read. Obasi town was almost on my way. How many kilometers? Where is it? I don't know. My coin. That's why I'm saying that I came with the pictures. Me say, almost on me a catch for. They mixed up rehabilitation, maintenance, and construction. They mixed it up. Baby was a Gausu extension. If you are Sectec or NFL, Eddie Kokopie, BDM, Eddie Befa or Boise Municipal Assembly anymore, about BP, the former DVLA office. That is where they will go. And this is when the project started, the road started, fixing gutters. This is it. This is the initiation of the project. Maya kwana silisu mienu. When you do a lazy man's work, what by kwana not a single pothole in the water. Now cover 1 inch. As far the cover what's the one I kwana? What happens to me? What did and you know what? Bring Akwe and Mesako. You know who I made to do? Wouldn't nipa money here. Sabre, you know. Insurance Constituency Secretary for MPP. Michael Essel. Insurance Constituency MPP Secretary. When I was the Municipal Chief Executive, Mesako Bridge. Me yes, I put it. Essel is the person I gave the contract to. You see, this one is not going to distract me. It is not going. This one is not going to distract me. It's not going to distract me. Me can't cry. Me the dance here too. And also me di contumpo. And a me ni secretary a me man contract a dance here. And a me ni secretary a me this contract ni man a dance here. It isn't work when the me court say me try and throw the atono so. Anna. So we do the project and then you go to do it. And then I came with my handing over notes. And when you take time and you go through it, ufa obwase circuit court wa. And I made the circuit court and the high court and they called new Bakoyede and provided 1.2 kilometers of asphalted road. After that, Openyi bi obwase. If I know Openyi Dubuache, neba and the chairman of the Confonochi Hill Confonochi project. Never pane ba me ho. And no bet chairman neighborhood ho baby I bet me provided link road from Lenkley to link the 1.2 kilometers now my and we awarded contract. We got an inina fan campum ABC Lenkley. And I'm mobile, and then you come to continue, and you come to create an impression, say, why, or Boise roads. That other road, Ombenyaka, or Boise, FN say, Samjona Estate to Precious Estate, which is a donation from Anglo Gold as part of their community social responsibilities through the Obuasi Community Trust Fund. So you come and you lie, it's like. May say, when it comes to development, we have a lot of pointers. We have a lot of things to point to. Okay, Musikejetia in Swahili FM. Phase 2, Munyana in Zoom for me. And also way. Muna Mutimede, an uncompleted project. And we place an uncompleted project. Me who be that. Say at here, you were 1,500 bed maternity and baby's unique block. Okay. Most year did 40 years. I was not no more replacing with 500 bed. Now, Sanka, to say 1,500 now. Muya magic. And before Muya magic.
Hello. Come on. Project BNY Ekaho. Project BNY Ekaho. Project in I bear what you may be. And this is for by no projects no. I don't know money. Question I did be a busa no. Mr. CPP ni kasa many problem. Nemo no omwana ko fa asem we buy. Ano ti no man. So be ka che say why your Boise Rose, why your Boise Rose o man ka che say oboa.
Mercy Grassroots ka che no.
Me tell Boise.
But he is a former
Sapete bi no de ko gugu baby. Me say Sapete no de ko gugu baby. And Amai, where the young Casancho, and now Obuasi town rules. And the evidence for you to see. Tell me, Obuasi, even at all, what they have for the Biakrano. You never for Obuasi at Tequino. No, if your school now got inside. I'm talking about Obuasi at Tech inside. One acquire, catch one acquire. Yeah, customer with Abano Yaquino and a school for another patch or a moment, yes, Aquino. Busan is on, yes, Aquina now. What I say? It's about Boise Rosa, or Bois or Ma. I don't know walker. Or my, see any be a clan near car. Captain said, if you are young contact or Boise, first walk by this what you do cut out, and now I'm young contact to a boss, what tell Communisono, now young contact to a boss, and now for Oba. Now comfort Johnson and Oba. The best and a cachano, a woman ya do Mucano, a quaint dear, Mumma. One one can send him, a quite crown or the free office. Let it go where we Pierre Johnson. And son, what about what was it? Then Yasam Ketua. I told him, Mamma can't say, when I was a quite. Or was a quite an eye or a quite a quite papa, you know, was it, and people are buying and your baby or. And I can tell you, my travel meaning said there. I want to a job be pay or not quite granule. I never we are quiet, we are quiet. Oh, one of you. One of the by as I say, the attack, echo your leaders. Then what don't bet you. No, didn't try them. Why, me the idea of voter. And this is for we are sorry, say. Say, I'm fat, Ketansi defense and Shimwa. They are not going to vote for the budget. And when a man opposes to Jonas Ocase, a Crobia will be here. Asante region will do here. Santa region will do here. It's a region will do here. Until say, Ocase, young fuck Ketansi defense now called voter. No more in your budget there. And your almost sentiment wants to hear BB. It's the answer best so any demonstrated the chair. I think that is the clear issue at this house on the buyer. Now, the Queen and Yanimia Assembly and Car, and one new Wasama. What's now Commander so? One in Mahama, and I did the one. More than 27 years. 27 years. Qatar no Togo. Another Qatar no Egypt. Qatar no way. A crowd woman to Abamau. A crowd that Bian will not vote home. Not Qatar Kataway. What do you mean? See defense. President Kufuor and a Hodis Cano. So you Qatar see defense. Over now 8 years. What do you mean you see defense? No. What do you mean 8 years? Now what do you about the propaganda? So because he had the Qatar see defense, the one was woman. What do you want Qatar no name so for? As I say, about when she say our year, not for defense projects our year. Oh, my baby, you as in defense project. Yahoo, a friend said, Yahoo, areas of my fishing ports, fishing harbors there. And this is the bad then on by a mark of 4. At the end, yes, I knew who. And on mine, I did back my name one said, oh, we can't come as to say the Kumasini, Asante region said the Asante near Kedetia. And we have be okay, not as no. We have be or not as or mine said a friend saying, Rap a catcher or no. Me say, open court to papa. Our residents come home. Ah, yet dear ma or my Asante Memu has here. Maku, the area is 34 number. Yes, a year 36 in 7 years. Let me have one Maku, yeah. I dear a boy, I'm on mine. Medasi. I dear Buama or mine as to be Bamuno, a security. And a security never bar, I have a dear some that they are some bien at the Abba. One no mutafo, when a case I just all come on Ponte, and then Cotafo, or my what's not a food, and I won't come what for. Your district assembly, no, not your court being in a residence, Abanasi or your police stations, Abanasi, your hospitals, Dudua, Abanasi, our such memoir say. At the end, is in the demand, then about the Candiache. Acquire, Ben, or ha, over to me the Atoto, Atonsuquano. Akwabe na oya ha obetimi ya tutu mi amikro kwa I want to baba kwan e ti no o pe bi fofo na wo munka na yentie oba mami nwie mi de
oba Asante chere to ankomo so
oba Asante e chere na me na e besimu ntemo
oba Asante
na ayi me pato
oba Asante region
oh me so aka mi wi ama no wutie o kasa no ka bibi o ha
please
o say me pato to boss ya o ni bibi aka me pato wa kwasi mami nwie me so me pato o ka bibi
o say
o say mahama obi amache no akwasi ya kuma wi
akwasi
we try class MPP for mo get discipline
me pato o say me pato mami nwie o ka te say obi amache mahama me pato me ba obi amache mahama ba me point ne say o ka te say president Kufuor wi Ghana gold no mo che president Kufuor ana ma kwa kwachi no please mo me baby me mfa na ntro na modi no
ye wo won a MPP bedi mfie nwotwe wo monye hwe no ye wo mo a wo mo nwinwi wo ho what is saying himfo kasa what is say business communities kasa nansen ya Dr. Baumia ba ha okoshia business community what is say business community for no kasen eye nana do ne Dr. Baumia ba edai abegu omo adwuma what you say we mu amugu ha mu ye dede no omo no ye nkofo a omo didi wo party nim what you say aha eti di omo ya no ene de o sha One who said, and politics. One who said, politics, and Nibiaba. You see, and Nibiaba. Enti wo kasa wo ade na wo yi.
Asempa 94.7 Pamcho. Omanhene Kwabena ntimi wrap up na fe. Ensu no ine ntimi pije mu nko.
Oba Asante region.
Yeah.
The general verdict and they say Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia and the current crop of MPP politicians no or media santimariamo. Raf, as an anado aye development to Ashanti region, regional minister and I say, okay, program, yes, so more 5 projects went to me. As an Sobuache, Minister of Roads, yes, so more 5 projects went to me. It sounds the way the MPP have developed what you say, and the developed Ashanti region. What you say? 80. Oh my. Yade ya nusie no. Asamwa ya be kan say. Enemre ma ni bie pa ba. Na mo hwede ya moye.
Well,
fa camera ne to amoso.
Efanko. Yeah.
What was Banyumfo say wa asam nya da wo se abadwafo taw. MPP fo ma ka mo asam. Ye kan ya asam. Munim say mo asam na ye mo asam na nya no krenti no. Na musro no krenti no. Mo person this be da ye be kasa.
So make your point.
What you say? Enti say na mo ba ye dia program no Dominic. Ye ntimi nto aso.
Wadarma.
What you say? Enti e be jai dia mo ni sorry. Next time ye share wo studio mo ni ho a. Dia ya wono ye be ka tia.
Jatua, yeah, my Rafa Gaza. That will be very obvious. Kwasem. Jatua, maybe your wrap-up comment.
Yes.
Your wrap-up comment.
So,
actually,
Abbas, I MPP stronghold. And young one say a party for no, it show that fidelity, that support for the party. Obia better radio so now catch us MPP and what they will form a call form already. That is the kind of support the party has. Miami Zuba Bejina Hakofa Green Book, the same Green Book. John Muhammad did that Ghana for and one Zuba.
All right, so Brem.
And again, so my in 1974, na champion say Kumasi maternity block I say Kovanachi. 1974. Every 1974, ebesi 2000. NDC na netia kunyaso. 1974 project to 2000.
So you're not to our conversation
from 2008 to
from Kuradu Yadom. Just wrap up for us.
From the team, no.
Yeah.
Special unveiling of Napo.
Exactly.
The team near live. From
live.
So it's going to be great.
And all over the world from Kuradu Yadom Park, on behalf of the production team, we thank you so much. And Mwamu I know so Ekuyabo Achua, Philip Osebunsu, Dr. Jackson, Lawyer Chum, Ejinamo Musmanemu Adobe Biasi. From the Jubilee Park, we are on Adobe Biasi.